There we go. Yo, what up for y'all watching this on the YouTube replay? I appreciate y'all. There are so many stocks out there, like mid caps, that have hit new 52-week high or all-time highs today. Like, I'm just gonna go through a few of these here. Futu is nearly at a new all-time high, pretty much there. First off, I'll say the QQQ, the NASDAQ 100, is literally at an all-time high today. And we'll start in our growth portfolio, then I'll show you some of my other portfolios. But Clear Secure, has anyone been to an airport and seen like those Clear Secure machines? This stock is crushing it. The CEO was just on an interview, and I think that's why the stock is up. I don't know, maybe it's just momentum, but this is a nice, you don't normally see this for some of the dividend plays. You know, this one has a 1.6% dividend yield, and they're up 6.5% on the day. So, hey, not too shabby right there. Another really high dividend yielding play that I own is ticker symbol TROW. Check this one out. I mean, obviously they're down on like the year, but they've had a very nice recovery since the April bottom at like a new multi-month high. And this one has a 5% dividend yield. So T-Row's been doing pretty good. And also, of course, our favorite fintech out there, SoFi, man. SoFi, new 52-week high, multi-year high on SoFi. I don't think it's an all-time high because their IPO, yeah, they're close to it though. $28 is an all-time high, but they've been crushing it the past couple weeks here. So yeah, SoFi's been crushing it. That one's at a new 52-week high. And then we'll give me one more second here, then we'll get to some of the stock analysis. But I can't believe it. Robinhood is at $105 a share. You know, my cost is $13 on this one. This is my best performing stock. You know, I regret every share I've ever sold in them. So sometimes, you know, you got to let your winners win. And hey, Catherine, good to see you. Hope you guys are having a good day, by the way. Happy Thursday. Oh, and someone's been asking about the PSIX update. Yeah, dude, this is that. Hey, David East, how's it going, man? Yeah, PSIX is crushing it as well. New 52-week high on them as well. So there are just a lot of stocks out there that have hit a new 52-week high or all-time high today. Yeah, Hood's at an all-time high. Nvidia as well. We'll check out Nvidia too. And here's my main account, by the way. Let's see how we're doing year to date. This is my worst performing portfolio, even though it's doing better than the S&P. We're up 7.5% year to date. And here are all my stocks on the day. It looks like the only stock in the red is Meta. Come on, Meta. And then, oh, check this out. And here's my Roth IRA, by the way. I just made a YouTube video about this. I go and look at all three of these companies' fundamentals. These are super risky, by the way, but all three of these stocks that I just bought have a market cap of under 600 million. So very small companies, but I don't normally buy these kind of stocks. I don't normally buy $600 million companies, but these ones right here, as you know, I love looking at the financials. These ones have really impressed me. So literally, I uploaded it 10 minutes ago. Check out my most recent YouTube video about why I bought GHM, DCTH, and TSSI, and I'll look into them later in the stream. And then also update on our buy and hold portfolio. New all-time high in this account today. I can't believe it. If you look at the top middle, up $5,000. I mean, this is nuts. And mainly, like Comfort Systems, this one's at an all-time high today. Another stock at an all-time high. Incredible. You know, I was loading the boat on this one during the April dip. April was such a good buying opportunity. You know, as long as you didn't sell anything in April, you know, you're doing great. Powell Industries, bro, check this out, up 8% on the day. This company actually just acquired another company, and it's going to be super synergistic, is what the CEO was saying. Yeah, Powell Industries, an agreement to acquire Remsdaq. It's a UK manufacturer of like switchgear components and stuff, big modular devices. So they're pretty cool. Amphenol, another one, all-time high today. I can't believe it. $101 a share. Literally just yesterday, this one, I felt like it was at $60. So yeah, Amphenol's doing great. And a bunch of other stocks as well are just doing really good. But yeah, let's go look at some stocks right here. Innodata has done really well too. Yeah, that's another one of the high. Here's my total percent change on every stock in here. Innodata's been a big winner. Same with Main Street Capital. Has anyone heard of Main Street Capital? They're one of the few companies that pay you monthly dividends. So this company pays you a dividend every month, and they're at an all-time high today. Like, that's crazy stock price appreciation, like on top of the dividend. I'll show you that down here. Look, I get a dividend every month. I actually sold one share of them just to take a little bit of profit. I don't know why I did, but they're trading at 2x net asset value. I wouldn't really be buying that one at all-time highs, but I do love them. Anyway, yeah, let's go look at Nvidia. Then we'll check out Innodata if y'all want. Someone said buy Lucid. Hey, Lucid had this new partnership where Uber is spending $1.5 billion roughly on Lucid cars. A huge order from Uber for Lucid. So we'll look into them a little later too. So here's Nvidia right here. Yeah, check that out. New all-time high. Yeah, Nvidia is now allowed to sell their chips to China again, and on that news, the stock gapped up. So expect a huge earnings tailwind. Like expect the net income and margins to go up even more after this. But here's why Nvidia just deserves all the hype. Like they truly deserve it. I mean, look at the growth here. What other company than Nvidia could pull this off? I mean, the records up or the revenues up 75% year over year. It's not just the revenue, but the net income, the after tax net income. Look at this. Nvidia's making 20 billion roughly of net income a quarter. The free cash flow is nuts. I mean, up 80% year over year. And yeah, obviously we know they make GPUs, but that's just like, uh-oh. Sorry, dang, that's loud. Hold on, I apologize there. We should be back. Sorry, my Wi-Fi's bugging right now. Hopefully we're back. Sorry for the lag there. But Nvidia, check this out. They don't just sell GPUs, but look at this. They have a huge GPU market share. Obviously, a 20% PC GPU market share, which is just huge. But also they're huge in data centers. Check this out. 30. Oh, hold on. All right. Yo, this has never happened. We should be good here. I just switched Wi-Fi's, so hopefully problem solved. Okay, Nvidia, they're great. You know, Nvidia is so big that they even own some individual companies. I apologize for that right there. So we can actually see Nvidia's portfolio right here if y'all are curious. Like Nvidia obviously owns a bunch of CoreWeave, ARM, APLD is a big one. Oh yeah, hey, Lil Scoob, if you go to the link tree in bio, very first link there, you can get the software. I'm on its brokerage. But anyway, let's look at Lucid real quick. So yeah, this one's in the news right now. They're also doing a reverse split. So a 10 for 1 reverse split. So that's going to go to $30 a share. And they're up 37% on the day. And the Uber Neuro Robot order. And Uber's spending roughly like over $1 billion on these Lucid cars. So that's just great news for Lucid. But here's the rough thing about this company. And it's not good and they really need to fix this, but they're burning money left and right. I mean, they lost 300 mil the most recent quarter, 400 mil, 1 billion that quarter. So they're just burning money and they really need to get profitable. I mean, so that one's a tough buy, but there's a lot of momentum in that name right now and a lot of people like them. So 9-8 said Lockheed Martin. Yo, this is that aerospace and defense company. You know, ever since the wars, you know, this one has attracted a lot of investors and dividend investors because this is a nice dividend play as well. Check this out right here. The dividend is, there it is, a 2.75% dividend yield. So the payout ratio is only at 57%. So they even have room to raise their dividend. And here's where the revenue comes from, just to get an idea. Aeronautics, rotary mission systems, missiles, space. So very diversified company in terms of revenue streams. And if we go to the net income, I mean, they're making $1.7 billion a quarter. Last quarter, they had a one-time adjustment. Like that was a one-time adjustment. But yeah, I really like Lockheed Martin. It's like a buy and hold stock. Let's see here. Oh, APLD. You know what? We'll check out APLD. And hey, what up, Beats? We'll check out CPAI as well. What's up, man? So let's go back to Nvidia's portfolio right here. So this one so Nvidia owns CoreWeave and APLD, and shocker, they go into a huge partnership. So APLD and CoreWeave are now in a huge partnership for like data centers. And check this out. Here's what the company does. I like actually showing you the financials so you can see what they do instead of just like, yeah, anyway, so look, data center hosting is 66% of the revenue, but check this out. Then they're in the cloud service business, and this has been their main revenue growth driver. And of course, probably the growth is going to be even higher with the new CoreWeave partnership, but it's up 220% from the previous year. You know, at that growth rate, what's it going to be this time next year? So that's why a lot of people are flocking in this name. NVIDIA owns part of them. They're high growth. They just partner with CoreWeave, so they're interesting. I like them. Let's see. CPAY. I haven't heard of this one before. Let's check it out. CPAY. Corpay. All right, let's see. A $23 billion company. Y'all seen SoFi and Robinhood lately? Those stocks have been crushing it. So this is in vehicle payments, corporate payments, and lodging payments. So 50% from the US and some Brazil, UK exposure. But let's see, I like looking at the net income. And yeah, look at that. They're making a lot of net income, actually, over 200 mil every quarter. They pay a dividend, no dividend on the company, but I'm sure they're probably doing stock buybacks. The PE is kind of fair, you know, with 23 PE. Historically, that's fair. So yeah, I mean, it looks like a pretty decent company. Let me see the revenue growth, though. Let's see, are they growing, though? So the revenue it's single digits. It's up 7.5% year over year, high single digit. That's pretty all right. I'm up big on Hood, IDK what to do. Yo, um, if anything, I would just trim. I would definitely would not sell out of Robinhood. I regret every share I've ever sold of Robinhood. But yeah, I'd consider maybe trimming the position, maybe 5-10% of the position. Um, but I do expect long term Robinhood will go higher. Let's see. Oh, what up? We can look at Amazon and then we'll look at AMD too. Yeah, we'll look at AMD. Don't worry, because I own them as well. So here's Amazon right here. I mean, such an innovative company. I mean, a lot of people just know Amazon for like their Amazon store, but they're a streaming business. They own Twitch and Amazon Prime Video. They're making a bunch of ads off that. But the most valuable part of Amazon is actually the AWS business. Their cloud service. They're the number one cloud service provider. And look at this right here. It's over $100 billion of annual revenue for them. It actually brings the most to their bottom line. And this is the real main best part about Amazon is the margin expansion story here. The revenue's up 8% year over year. So revenue's up 8% on Amazon, but their after-tax net income is up 65% year over year. So yeah, if we go to the net margin right here, check that out. It's an 11%, up 51%. This used to be a single digit margin business. So they're just growing the margins. I love Amazon. Such an innovative company. They own 365 Whole Foods. They're an advertising play too. So let's see AMD stock. So yeah, this one also is up big on the news that they can finally ship their chips again to China. And that's a huge earnings tailwind for them. It's going to be great news. That's kind of why they gapped up right here. I do own this one, so I might be a little biased, but here's why I own them. I'll just show you the numbers that convinced me. So obviously we know they sell GPUs. They actually have a 17% PC GPU market share, but they're really a data center play. Check this out. Half their revenue comes from data centers. Think about it. They make the GPUs, so they can just put that right in a data center and check that out. That's up 57% from the previous year. So it's been crushing it. Very high growth on the data center business and the margin expansion here again. Like look at the FCF, which is free cash flow, 700 mil. Koosh said, what app is this? Hey, this is a brokerage right here. Linktree in bio, very first link there if you want to get it. My favorite one. But and look at the net income as well. 709 million of net income, up 476%. It was 123 mil last year. Now it's 709 mil. And look at this, a fortress of a balance sheet. I mean, this is the kind of company that I just want to buy and hold for the long run. Market up today, but my portfolio down 2%. Dang, Cruz, I'm sorry, man. Let me guess, do you own some healthcare? Because healthcare has been struggling today. It's probably not going to load my watch list. Oh, it is. So actually, let's see what's down the most today. Yeah, ELV, Abbott Labs, Oscar, dang. Oscar's down bad. Him. So yeah, there's some sectors that aren't green today. And the QQQ is at an all-time high today, which is cool. So Viking, what is that? Wait, give me a ticker symbol for that one and we'll check it out. So what up? Let's see LPLA. Let's see here. So LPL Financial. So another financial stock. Okay. Look at that one. It's at an all-time high today. Geez, congrats if you own this one. You got to be up on your money. It has a nice 0.3% dividend, and the payout ratio is only an 8%. So they're not, they don't have a huge burden of a high payout ratio. So look at that. Advisory is half the revenue, sales-based, trailing, client cash. How's the sales-based revenue doing? Wow. Look at that right there. It's up 60% from the previous year. I mean, that's really impressive growth. I can see why this stock's at all-time highs right now. So advisory, how's that one doing? Dude, another huge growth, up 41% year over year. This company's crushing it. Let's go see the net income right here. Yeah, look at that. 300 million in net income a quarter. That's really impressive. You know what? I'll add them to the watch list. They're pretty cool. Those are some good fundamentals right there. Let's see. VKTX. And then we'll look at Taiwan Semi. I love that play. So this company right here is kind of just disappointed investors. So right here, if you're wondering what this huge candle was, this company got FDA approved. They got approved to finally sell the prescription. And that's why the stock ran up. But ever since then, the stock has just been down, like more than 50% off the highs. That's because they still haven't sold anything. They still haven't gotten the product to market. They've never sold anything. There's no sales. There's no data here because they've never sold anything. So we're really just waiting for them to finally start selling that. They're losing more money than they thought, 50 mil the most recent quarter. Luckily, they have a couple more, like 2 years left of cash if they burn the money at the same rate. So they're financially sound. They're not going bankrupt. But I think investors are a little disappointed. They're not selling anything right now. So here's a great company, though. Yeah, Oscar, UNHO. And yeah, Cruz, we'll check out PEW stock out. That one was on the news. I heard they're like the Amazon of Oh, I can't say the word, but you know what I'm talking about, what the ticker symbol implies. So, wow, look at Taiwan Semi up 4.3%. So, incredible gain there. That's an all-time high. And I love Taiwan Semi. Even now, they still have a 1% dividend, really nice yield on them, and the PE isn't nuts. Like, that's why this company could, like, keep on going up to maybe, like, a 28 PE. Like, if someone said Taiwan's trading at a 28 PE, like, I'd believe that. So, this one could go up another, 25 bucks or more, and they keep growing their market share. They make those 5 nanometer wafer chips. I mean, largest market share, 67% market share, up, like, 4% year over year, and the best part, I mean, is this net income. They're growing their margins. They're making, whoa, they just reported earnings, 14 billion in net income or 13.6 billion of USD just in the most recent quarter. That's incredible growth. Whoa. That's actually, they deserve to be going up more. I'm surprised Taiwan Semi's not up more. Revenue's up 55, net income's up 80%. What's their margin on here? Up 43% net margin, up 16%. Yo, I don't know why they're not on my watch list, but I wish I bought them over AMD, but I still like AMD. I own them. So, yeah, nice, Matthew. That's a great buy. Just sold 800 of SMR, looking to get some of these. Hey, that's awesome, Jace. How's it going, man? Hope you're having a good day. So, Lucid, please. So, yeah, we can look at Lucid again. So, this company basically just got a huge order from Uber. Uber is ordering like $1 billion of their cars, and they're also partnering with Nuro, Nuro. So, that's kind of interesting. They're a huge momentum right now. Oh, yeah, let's go look at this stock right here. PEW. So, this right here, oh, I can't read the name of this. Dang, they're down bad today. Look at that weird candlestick. So, yeah, they have not done too good on the 5-day. I know this was just like a low margin business. Oh, it won't let us see the financials. Okay. So I remember, I don't think we're actually going to be able to view the financials. That's unfortunate. Maybe it's on here. Maybe we'll check it out. PEW. 200 million dollar company. I don't know if that's real, but they lost net income, it says, no revenue. Really good balance sheet though. Look at that balance sheet, no debt at all. So I wish I could look more into that company. I do apologize there. I remember I was on their website because I couldn't see them, the financials. All right, let's see. TTWO. So this right here is a really interesting stock. So this is the company that owns Take-Two Interactive. Or I mean, they own Rockstar Games, and they own GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption. I think they own The Sims. And basically, they have this asset, GTA 6, that's going to be released sometime next year or in the next year. I don't know. They have this asset that as soon as they release GTA 6, it's going to just get billions of sales. Like, it's such a unique company. Like, so that's a huge like growth driver for the future of them. So they're pricing in that growth right now. And, GTA 5 is already one of the biggest games of all time. So this may be one of the best games of all time that they're about to release, and that they're going to sell like they're going to get so much money from it. So huge earnings tailwind. But yeah, that's the game company. My favorite gaming company, though, is actually, if you like stocks that own games, is actually Tencent. So this is a Chinese company, by the way, but did you know this company owns League of Legends? So they own the Riot Games launcher, so that's League of Legends, Valorant. They also own Supercell. So if you're at a Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, that's owned by them. This company owns 51% of Fortnite. Can you believe that? They own half of Fortnite. They own so many games. So that's Tencent. They're my favorite Chinese stock. I don't own them though. I'd like to. What up, Cool Hand? Luke, what's up, brother? Yeah, hey, great day today. New all-time high in my portfolios. So let's see. What about XLM, bro? That's a crypto. We don't really look at crypto on here because there's nothing I can really talk about. But I'll look at the chart. Like, all we can really do is look at the chart here. But you look at it. They've done great the past couple of days here. But the unique feature about crypto, like, there's no like earnings like on them, so they can't miss on net income. So crypto's unique. They don't have that down. So let's see. Cameron said OTPP. Yeah, if you guys got any stocks you want to look at, let me know. I want to look at Uber as well. I look up OTPP and I can't find that stock actually. I do apologize. Open Door. So yeah, Open Door. This is I would stay away from this company. I think this huge rally is just momentum. I don't think they reported earnings or anything. Here's why I personally stay away from this stock. Or this is a pure short-term swing trade. If you're going to get into this one, you swing trade it. Don't buy and hold this one for the long run, in my opinion. That's not the stock you want to do it on, and here's why. So look in the top right. You see how much the whole company is worth, the market cap. So just think about this logically. The whole company is worth 1.23 billion. So they're worth 1.2 billion. And look at this. They're losing 100 mil or nearly 100 mil every quarter. So, in the past year, they've lost 30, percent of the market. They're just burning a boatload of money. So, and the sales aren't growing. So, sales are down 2% after being down 60%. Whoa, look at the huge decline. They used to be, this is a really interest rate sensitive play, but wow, the revenues have really collapsed here. So that explains why the stock price hasn't done too good. So maybe the growth could come back. I don't know, but that's not one I'd have too much trust in, although the momentum's really strong right now. OPTT it is. Yeah, people are saying OPTT. I'll type it in again. Oh, here we go. Maybe, sorry, my fault. So let's check out this company. So yeah, we don't really like to cover these kind of stocks on the channel because this is a $120 million company. It's 70 cents a share. So very small company, 127 million. And let's go look at the financials here. So I'm sure there's probably some good. So the revenue, look at that. So the revenue is 800,000 in the most recent quarter, and they lost 6 million. So that's really bad news. They lost 6 million the most recent quarter, and the whole company is worth 127 million. So again, there's bankruptcy risk there. It's tough. I mean, I think there was some kind of contract or something they just got. I don't know, but not one I trust to buy and hold, in my opinion. So let's look at Uber. This is one I would absolutely trust to buy and hold for the long run. Yeah, we're seeing Uber down, Lucid up, because Uber is probably paying a really high price for these Lucid cars, but Uber's been crushing it, and I love this company and great stock to hold for the long run. Check this out right here. I mean, the profits they're making now are insane. Look at the free cash flow every quarter. They're making roughly 2 billion plus of free cash flow every quarter, and it's up 65%. Like, look at those green year-over-year growth rates. I mean, it's like doubled. So incredible. Also, net income. Look at that. They're making net income every quarter now, which is great. I mean, I love if we can see that from the operating profit. Very consistent net income. So great news here. We can also see where the revenue comes from, like mobility and delivery. So obviously deliveries like Uber Eats. Look at that. It's up 18% year over year, doing really good. And mobility revenue, yep, growing double digits too, up 15%. And one thing I love about Uber is they took a huge stake into Grab Holdings. If anyone's heard of this company right here, Grab, this does exactly what Uber does, but in all these other countries. So check this out. This gave Uber instant international diversification because Uber is now the largest shareholder of Grab, and they're in, notice the US and Canada aren't on here. So anyway, I just love Uber. Yeah, they took a 13% stake. Toyota owns 5.5% of the company. Hey, I think Toyota is publicly traded. They might be a Japanese company. I'm down big on shorting QBTS. What do I do? Dang, yeah, the quantum stocks momentum on. Let me check qubits. This isn't one you'd want to hold. Dang, look at that. They're up 13% on the day. That's crazy. I mean, this one, the market cap is insane for the actual fundamentals there. I think that one's overvalued, but it's hard to fight the momentum. I don't know, man. Let's see. How about Realty Income? Oh, let's check that one out. So ticker symbol O. This is one of the few monthly paying dividend stocks. So this is a real estate investment trust. That being said, you're not going to outperform the market in the long run. Like, this company is down since 2019, but what you do get with this company is consistent monthly dividends. They have a 5.7% dividend. They're in the S&P 500. They've been raising their dividend for over 25 years, never had to cut it once. But you can kind of see the stock price appreciation. It's kind of just been flat. So you won't outperform in the long run, but you get that great monthly income and exposure to real estate. They do triple net leases. Their top tenants are like Walgreens, dollar stores, gyms, grocery stores, gas stations. They're really, I've looked, I love them actually. I used to own them. So let's see. Look into ASPI. What's this one? ASPI. ASPI Isotopes. Okay, so really small company, but yeah, they're up 15% on the day. They're worth 700 million. Let's see. Do they have any revenue? So $1 million of revenue, and they lost 9 million. I mean, again, I don't really like to cover these kind of stocks. But look at that. They're at like an all-time high today. So yeah, congrats if you own them. I wonder if there's any like specific news here. ASP Isotopes expects to ship enriched silicone to first customers in August. So hey, that's going to be huge earnings tailwind. So looks like future growth. That looks good. Aaron, how's it going, man? He said BMNR stock. Down on BMNR stock. Today I bought 200 shares. Let's see. Wait, BMNR. Let's see if we can find it. It says BMN. Oh, Bitmine. Okay, sorry. This thing is just loading slow. I apologize. So yeah. Um, yeah, my phone's getting low here. 6% battery. Actually, that's not good. Let me plug this in. Probably why it's lagging. Okay, so yeah, I don't really know what to think about this one. I mean, it looks like they just IPO'd or something right here. They went from $4 to 160. So obviously there was some really good news there. I do wonder revenue from sell. Okay, so this is a crypto mining company. All right, so that one that makes sense. Oh yeah, hey Aaron, this is actually a brokerage right here. If you go, I don't know if you can see in the description, but it's the first link in the description. It's also in the first link in the link tree in my bio right there. So yeah, if you want to get this app, I'm on. It's my favorite one for analysis and stuff. So ooh, hold on here. Hey, thanks for that, Jello. I was about to mute that guy. Thank you. So let's see. Let's keep going here. What are some of the best mineral stocks? I mean, I will say one mineral, I guess, that's been doing really good is uranium. Ticker symbol URA is the global uranium ETF. And check that out. Uranium ETF, all-time high today. That's because of the power, the demand from nuclear energy reactors. They are powered by uranium, and we're getting a lot of like new nuclear reactors coming online. All right. Hey, yeah, Jello, I followed you. That's awesome, Jello. I followed you back. Yeah, if y'all download the Moomoo app, y'all can follow me. I just made you see like my paper folio. I just made a video, stocks I just bought. I made it 20 minutes ago on YouTube if you want to check it out. Hey, best way to support me, guys, is just subscribe to my YouTube channel, Nathan Robert. I just made a video. Here, I'll show you that. Today or yesterday, I bought 3 stocks. And I don't normally buy these kind of stocks, but I bought these 3 stocks at the bottom here, and these are all micro cap companies. All 3 of these are worth under 600 million. And as you know, I don't really like to mess with those kind of stocks, but only if they have extremely good fundamentals. And GHM, DCTH, and TSSI have really impressed me. And you know what? Let's cover GHM real quick. And that one's kind of in the nuclear AI sector. If we go to the watch list right here, this says Trump pushes energy order to power AI, nuclear stocks jump. And if we go to the watch list right here, right over Constellation Energy is ticker symbol GHM. And this is one I just took a stake into, and I think they're just going to continue to win. If you kind of look in the top right, the market cap, very small company. Like I said, you got to be very careful, not financial advice here, but $590 million company. So extremely small company. The whole company's worth $590 million. And check this out. They're making millions every quarter, and the growth is crazy. The net income's up 227% year over year. So you buy a company for $570 million, that's making a couple million a quarter. And the growth is really good, 21% year over year revenue growth. The net income's up 227, so they're finally growing their margins. Good balance sheet. So GHM is one that I decided to buy. So yeah. We ride, yo. That's one I'd be careful. That Nvidia owns that stock right there. Actually, let's see. If you go to Nvidia's portfolio right here, and CoreWeave, and then they own some We Ride. So yeah, this company partnered with Nvidia. This is a Chinese company, so I would be super careful with this one. They're kind of doing what Waymo does, and what kind of Lucid's doing right now, autonomous driving. But yeah, no real revenue here. 10 mil the most recent quarter. So I'd be careful with that one, but it could momentum up. Who knows? What about Nvidia to 4 trillion? Hey, you know what? Let's go check out Nvidia right here. So, yeah, the market cap, wow, 4.23 trillion. So Nvidia, obviously the world's largest company right here. Incredible market cap on this company. Obviously, you know, the fundamentals are going to look incredible. You know, 20% GPU market share. Look at this automotive revenue. Remember that Lucid partnership? It's on the cars. I watched the video today. It said powered by Nvidia. So Nvidia has some automotive revenue that's probably going to be boosted by this new Lucid order, but most of the revenue comes from data centers. Yeah, if we go to the net income, though, this is the part that really matters. Like, what profits are they making? Incredible. like near 20 billion in net income a quarter, and it's just going to continue to grow. Especially they can finally ship their chips to China. That's really why they gapped up right here. They got permission to resend it to China, so that's going to be an earnings tailwind for them. Hello, sir. Do you need a video editor or thumbnail designer? No, I don't, man. I appreciate you though, homie. So here's GitLab, GTLB. So this they're kind of like a coding site. I don't know. I haven't looked too much into them, but the stock has not been doing too good. Look at that. They're kind of flat since their IPO in 2022. But let's go look at the financials because that's what matters. So revenue down here. So yeah, it looks like they're struggling with net income, but the revenue's up 26% year over year. That's really good growth. Looks like the revenue hits a new record every quarter. I do like that. And net income, while they did lose 36 million, they lost 34% less than the previous year. As long as they keep that trend up, that's actually really good news. Probably this time next year, they're going to be super net income positive. And the PE is going to look high, but you got to look at a forward PE for this kind of stock. So actually, I like this one, but I got to see what the forward PE would be, doing my own little analysis on them. But the growth is there. All right, so IXHL, I think that's an ETF. Let's check it out. IXHL. Or wait, IXHL. So, okay, no, this is a random stock. Okay, yeah, well, okay. We're not going to cover this one. $30 million company, stocks at all-time lows. Let's see, and they lost 4 million. They lose a couple million every quarter. Yeah, this is super risky. 12,000 of sales. Yeah, we don't really cover those kind of stocks here, man. Really, really risky. And here's kind of another one. I feel bad if you own this stock because this is one I wouldn't really buy either. This is a Chinese name. I think they're moving just because Lucid's moving. But look, here's kind of why I wouldn't own them, because there's like pretty high chance of bankruptcy almost. Like, I don't want to say that, but they'll probably dilute the life out of the shareholder to not go bankrupt. But look, if you look at the market cap, this is a $9.9 billion company. And that's kind of why the stock's at all-time lows. I'll show you that. So remember, the whole company's worth $9.9 billion. And if we go to the net income right here, they literally lost $1 billion just in the most recent quarter. $1 billion the quarter before, $700 million the quarter before. So this is bad news. They lose 10% of the market cap every 3 months. So it's really risky, that one. Not one I'd probably just buy and hold. That could be a fun little swing trade though. Maybe options or something, but not something I'd want to hold forever. So here's AMTM, Amentum Holdings. So $6.3 billion company. Look at that. They're having a nice little gap up today. A lot of mid caps are gapping up today. I'll show you that real quick after this. But Global Engineering Solutions. Hey, their revenue's up 36% year over year. Nice growth there. Most of the revenue comes from the US. So yeah, revenue's up 70%. And they're only made $2 million in net income on that. So extremely low margin business. And they're struggling with net income positivity, but yeah, they got a lot of assets. This is like an asset manager or something then. It has to be. Or I don't know. I got to do more research on that one. So, Estate Lauder. Yeah, so if anyone knows Michael Burry from The Big Short, he recently, SEC filings, he sold every single one of his stocks. He used to own Geo, he used to own some other stocks, but he sold every stock except this one. And this is Estate Lauder. This is that beauty and cosmetics company, and they're really taking market share. But, organic sales growth down 9% year over year. So they have been struggling. That's probably why they're, well off their peak. I think they overpriced they priced in too much bad news for Estate Lauder to go down that low. But also, I like the industry that they're in. Like, look, they're in skincare, makeup, fragrance. These are all high margin businesses, but they're struggling with their margins and sales. Like, look, sales are down 10% year over year. They did make net income the most recent quarter, but look at all the other quarters. They lost 600 mil, 150 mil. So they just need to keep up this trend of making net income. So that's why the stock has been so suppressed, but they have had a nice little recovery since the bottom there in April, like most stocks. What time do you stream every day? Sometimes around this time, sometimes a little later. Yeah, if y'all want to hit the follow button, I stream every day, sometimes twice a day. I'm also streaming on YouTube. I'd really appreciate, best way to support me is to watch the stream from YouTube, because my TikTok account keeps getting banned and taken down, and I'm scared. So best way to support me, just watch the stream from YouTube. So someone said Oscar Health. So yeah, the healthcare names are getting crushed today. If I go to my watch list right here, yeah, hey, the mid caps are crushing it. A lot of my stocks are at 52-week highs or all-time highs. But yeah, ELV, Elevance, Oscar, Abbott Laboratories. I think Hims, yeah, Hims is down 4. Eli Lilly is down 4%. So a lot of the healthcare names are down, and that includes Oscar Health. This is another Medicare Medicaid provider that's had incredible growth, but they're down 8%. So basically, this industry is being heavily regulated right now. Government's not too happy with them. But here's what I love about Oscar Health and why if they like this is the one I'd buy if I had to pick one. Look at this right here. The annual revenue growth in 2020, 590 million of revenue, but now 9.2 billion. Incredible revenue growth. And literally just in the past 3 months, 3 billion. So incredible revenue right here. Yo, Lou, thanks for the heart for the rose there, brother. I appreciate that. User said 1.6. What app? Yeah, this is a brokerage right here. If you want to get this app, I'm on software. It's in the link tree in my bio, very first link there. It's my favorite app for doing a bunch of analysis and stuff. Oscar, incredible revenue growth, and they're starting to fix their net income problem too. So it grew 55% year over year. Yeah, hey Lou, if you got a stock you want me to look at, let me know. I got you, brother. So let's see here. Can you look at AUR? What's this one? Yeah, let's see. Aurora Innovations. So let's see. So $11 billion company. That's a really big market cap on this stock. Let's see what they do. So are they in like healthcare? Information technologies. Oh, they're in the ARK portfolio. Okay. Let's go look at the financials though. So net income, they're losing 200 million a quarter, so that's not good. And they don't sell anything right now. Is that right? Yeah, so this is a revenue-less company actually. I didn't know that. So this company actually doesn't sell anything. They don't sell a product or a service, and they're losing 200 million in net income a quarter. I'd be careful with this one. Just because they literally don't sell anything. Like I can't really do any like valuation. Maybe they're about to sell something though. They have $1 billion of cash, so they got lots of cash on hand, and they have no debt. Monster balance sheet over here. So hey, actually, wow, look at that. Hold the phone. Uber. I didn't know that Uber is the largest shareholder. So if you own Uber stock, you own some of AUR technically. You know what? I'll add them to my watch list to do more research. If Uber owns 19% of it, there must be some good news there. So that's interesting. They also own a lot of Grab. They're an autonomous trucking company. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Have you looked at United Airlines? Yeah, we'll check out United Airlines. Thanks again for the rose, man. So this is an industry that I don't love. Like if we look at this one's barely at all time or kind of close to all time highs, but they just doesn't outperform the market in the long run. Like a lot of people buy the S&P 500 without the airlines and cruise lines because the airlines historically just don't perform well. In a recession, they get smoked and federally regulated. But good news for United Airlines, they are doing pretty good financially. Look at that. At least for the past year, they're making a bunch of net income. A couple hundred million in net income a quarter, sometimes almost $1 billion. So that's great news that they are making net income every quarter. This one does not pay a dividend, but that's okay. But they've been doing pretty decent. But yeah, not one I'd rather just buy the S&P 500 in the long run more than the airline. Yo, Colomer, what's up, brother? You said JFIN, one of my best value plays of all time. And, CPRX. And hey, we'll check out that one too. I own CPRX. So someone said best value buy of all time. So let's check it out, man. So $900 million company. So very small market cap here. They have been doing really good. So let's see. Revenue from loan facilities. Hey, look at the growth. At least that's the trend you want to see. 10x said, what site are you using? Yeah, this is a brokerage. It's in the link tree in my bio, very first link there if you want to get it. It's free. It's my favorite one for analysis. But hey, yeah, look at that net income. So this is great news for JFIN. Yeah, that net income grew 96% year over year. Incredible profitable growth there on the net income. So yeah. That means they're growing their margins. Yeah, the margins grew 60%. I see why that one's doing really good right now. Jeez. Yeah, congrats, man. So CPRX, this is a company that I do own, by the way. I'll show you that. I think I'm down on them. Yeah, look at that. I'm down 5% on CPRX stock. So, no way. Anthony, thank you so much for the rose, man. Yeah, we'll check out that stock right after this. I got you, Anthony. Ryan, what's up, man? Domingo, what's up, dude? So CPRX right here, this is a healthcare play that is just at a low valuation. They're trading at 14 times net income. So first off, very low multiple, 14 times net income. And here's everything that made me want to buy this stock. So I don't like doing analysis on here, we'll just do it anyway. So the revenue is at a record. The revenue is up 43% year over year to a new record. So really good revenue growth and insane profitability. Like the net income's up 140%. They're making 50 mil of net income a quarter. They have an absolute fortress of a balance sheet, no debt, like 400 million of cash on hand. Cash from free cash flow is growing like crazy as well. So CPRX is like a financials play, insanely good fundamentals, and that's why I own them. Yeah, they're a pharmaceutical play. Let's see, what's up the most today? Dave is up, Futu, Disney's doing pretty good, and Clear Secure, Clear Secure, if anyone's been to the airport and seen that before. We'll look at Okta, remind me, but let's look at QTTB. So I don't know about this one. So yeah, this is why I'd be super careful, Anthony. Not something I'd really be interested in. If you look in the top right, the market cap. So just kind of think about this. This whole company is worth $28 million. So you can buy in at that valuation. The whole company's worth $28 million and they have no sales. So this company actually doesn't sell anything, not a product or a service. They literally have no revenue and they lost 11 million the past 3 months. There obviously was some good news back here. Maybe they're finally able to sell a product. Maybe they just got FDA approved, but that one's, I wouldn't buy that one, my friend. Or maybe that'll be a fun swing trade or something. But that one looks, hey, if you got another stock you're going to look at, I got you. But yeah, I'd be careful with that one just because it's small cap, huge bankruptcy risk, could just go to zero, I think. So here's OKTA. This is a software play, and the stock kind of hasn't been, it kind of looks like a DocuSign or a PayPal stock, one of the stocks that never ever covered since 2021. But let's go look at the financials here. I remember them being really good, actually. So let's see. How's the revenue growth? So yeah, look at that. Maybe it's slowing. Yeah, the revenue growth is slowing down, only 11% year over year, but still 11% growth. And wow, the net income's at a record. So if we zoom out, yeah, so they used to lose like a couple hundred million a quarter, but now great news, they're making net income every quarter. So it's now a profitable company, really good balance sheet over there. Cash from operations is growing at 10% year over year. So I do like that one, but they might just trade like a DocuSign. Like here's my DocuSign stock. I do own them as well. Like look at DocuSign, man. DocuSign, look, another one that has just never recovered since 2022. Same with like PayPal. So let's see. MP Materials. Yo, Greco, what's up, man? So yeah, MP Materials. This is like a huge U.S. rare earth mineral play. So they just like issued a bunch of shares. I think the reason they fell this morning is they issued a bunch of shares, but it was genius in them because it really fortified their balance sheet. But the stock's recovering because they're realizing that was a good idea. Anyway, the government basically came in and said they're going to open up a mine with MP Materials. The government like took a stake into them or something, is partnering with them to open up a rare earth mineral mine that'll supply the U.S. for the next like 50 to 100 years of like certain rare earth minerals. So U.S. infrastructure play, I do like this. I don't know if I'd buy them at all-time highs, but that's kind of why they're rallying so much. Rare earth mineral play. Obi said, try AppLovin. Yeah, dude, AppLovin, incredible growth metrics here. I mean, they deserve all the hype. Like, they deserve to go from 30 to 300. I mean, they absolutely deserve it, and here's why. I mean, this is... Whenever you see a stock that appreciates like this much in stock price, they just have to have good fundamentals. And like, look at this right here, the advertising revenue. And hey, Marmar, no way. Or Mary Mar, thank you so much for the 3 roses. I really appreciate that. If you got another stock you want to look at, Mary, I got you. But look at the advertising revenue here. Incredible growth. It's up 71% year over year. It's $1 billion. I mean, it just hits a new record every quarter. And even though they're high numbers, they still keep on growing. So it's not just the top line that's growing, but also like look at the FCF, free cash flow. It's up double to 800 million of free cash flow. Net income is up more than double to 580 million. I mean, this is incredible. They're extremely profitable on free cash flow, net income, but the valuation might be a little high here. I don't know. You definitely want to look at a forward PE for this kind of stock. PE is at 65. That might be probably more reasonable valuation than like a Palantir hood, but app is scary. They've been accused of lots of things. Yeah, actually, BTish, even Meta, I think Meta is suing AppLovin allegedly. I didn't look too much into that, but I heard that. So FE said NUVB stock. Let's check it out. I don't think I've heard of this one. So another bio company. Yeah, super small one. Not really one I want to cover on here. $800 million company. Stock's at an all-time low. Losing an insane amount of money, dude. 50 million a quarter plus. and the revenue's 3 million, dude. Yeah, dude, like I just could not trust money in this kind of stock. Like could be a fun swing trade, but definitely don't just buy and hold that one. That one looks real risky, man. I'd be careful. Is MP a good mid long term investment? I think so. But I'd maybe wait for the price to come down a little lower. What stock is this? Oh, I think the one we were looking at. Oh, ticker symbol APP. We were looking at Apple Oven right there. So yeah. So someone said clear secure. Yeah, dude. That one. What we've seen today is the mid caps are going up like crazy. Like Clear Secure, T Row, SoFi. Man, SoFi is. Oh, someone said I wanted to look at SoFi as well. Look at that. SoFi is at a new 52-week high today. Incredible fintech. So remind me to look at SoFi. We'll look at that one next. But yeah, Clear Secure stock. Has anyone ever been to like a an airport and seen like the Clear Secure people? Basically, you can like get through the airport faster. But this stock is look at that up 6% on the day. This is also a dividend paying stock. They're only a $4 billion company, but they've really just grown the business. I mean, look at that. Revenue's at a new record up 20% year over year, and so is the net income. They're also making net income every quarter. So I really like ticker symbol YOU, Clear Secure. They also have a nice little 2% yield. So they're cool. Um, Had a request to even follow you on TikTok. Is it your fake account? Yeah, there's a lot of fake accounts, yo. I don't really follow anyone, so watch out for people impersonating me. I'll never DM you. I don't sell anything. I literally don't have a course, a book. I don't. I do nothing. I'm literally just on here giving my opinion. So I'll never DM you. Watch out for people impersonating me. There's a lot of people impersonating me. It sucks. So yeah, watch out for that. But let's keep going here. Let's look at BABA, Alibaba right here. This is like the Chinese Amazon right here. If anyone's heard of AliExpress before, and look at that. This app is telling me that there's a bullish continuation wedge, and rise probability says an up 86%. So that's technical analysis, though. As you know, I like looking at the fundamentals here. So let's go see how the company's doing. So yeah, the PE is pretty fair, a 15 PE. Normally the China stocks trade at a lower PE. We can see the active customers. They have a 903 million annual active customers. Crazy. But let's go look at the net income here. And this is in US dollars. I switched it here. So yeah, look at that. They're making a lot actually. In the past year, they've made near 15 18 billion in net income. I mean, that's a boatload of money, and they just started paying a small dividend, near 1% dividend, low payout ratio. So yeah, that's the Chinese Amazon play. How about Oracle? Yeah, we'll look at Oracle. Have you bought ISSC yet? Yeah, I did buy OSSC. Really valuable knowledge share. Are you self-taught? Yeah, I'm mainly just I've read books, YouTube videos. I'm not an expert. Again, I'm literally a college student, so none of this is financial advice. But I appreciate y'all being here. Main way to support me: just subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the stream from there. TV says I love to buy stocks. I have no idea how to start. Yo, that's awesome, TV Richard. Your future self will thank you for being interested in stocks. Hey, I don't have a course or nothing, but if you want to check out my YouTube videos, feel free. I actually made a video right before the live stream. I made a video of 3 new stocks that I just bought. And someone just asked me, "Did you buy ISCC yet?" My new YouTube video would tell you that because, it's not. I bought TSSI stock. Oh, I thought that's a stock. So anyway, these are the 3 new stocks I bought: TSSI, DCTH, and GHM. Again, all 3 of these stocks are worth under 600 million. Not the normal kind of stocks I'd buy. Because here's my main portfolio right here. I normally like to buy safe, big mega caps like McDonald's, Google, Meta, Constellation Energy. So, all right. Let's see. Where was that stock right there? TSM took off. Yeah, dude. Taiwan Semi, they should be up more in my opinion. They should be up like 10%. I'm surprised they're not up more, even though they're at an all-time high. So anyway, here's Oracle. Is this another one at all-time highs? Wow, look at that. Congrats if you own Oracle. This is that huge cloud play. The Oracle cloud business has been crushing it, and the stock's at an all-time high today. So yeah, congrats if you own them. I mean, you're for sure up on your money. Yeah, look, cloud service revenue. Yeah, that's 85% of the business. Their cloud revenue and their license revenue. And let's check out the net income. How much are they printing here? Yeah, look at that. 3.5 billion in net income in the most recent quarter. They're making 3 billion every quarter. So Oracle is the cloud play. Let's see here. PFE had an upgrade to $30 a share that are down. Or wait, let's see. So yeah, Pfizer right here, $25 stock. Yeah, this is like a dividend play right here. So the CEO came out and said that they're going to keep the dividend safe. They're not going to cut the dividend. And check this out right here. This is why they're saying that, because they have a 6.88% dividend, so a near 7% dividend yield. And look at that payout ratio. This is kind of why the CEO is talking about this, because the payout ratio is over 100%. So in the past trailing 12 months, they actually haven't been able to afford the net income because the numbers have been a little choppy. So, but as long as they can keep up this net income growth, like now it's starting to get better. Sometimes you used to lose money, but um, I think they'll keep the dividend safe. What's your YouTube channel? Oh yeah, hey, it's YouTube. It's Nathan Robert. It's also in the link tree in my bio. I'm streaming on both YouTube and TikTok. I'm reading both streams here. Hey, appreciate you, Ryan D'Amico. Appreciate you, homie. So yeah, let's look at This is the here. I'll show you guys one of the new stocks I bought. I got you. So I also go over this in my YouTube video, but this is Delcath Systems. I bought a very small position so far. I have $120 in this stock, but here's why I bought this company. I want to be down 10% so I could buy more. Like I put in a very small amount. Once the stock falls 10 or 20%, only then will I buy more. But first off, I'll tell you the whole company is worth $400 million. So remember that. Or 393 million to be exact. And they sell this Haptazo kit. This is a liver therapy treatment, and basically they just started selling this and the results have been fantastic. I mean, look at this. This time last year, the sales were 3 million. Now it's 19 million, up 530%. Obviously, it's easy to grow small numbers, but again, the whole company's worth 393 million. The growth is insane. And on that 19 million, they actually made $1 million of net income. So by this time next year, they're going to be making a couple million every quarter. Again, not financial advisor. And they have a monster balance sheet. This company is debt free. So first off, $400 million company with zero debt and 60 million of cash. Yeah, $59 million of cash. This is kind of what I go over in the video. So this one looks like a small cap I trust. Again, not financial advisor. Do your own research. But go watch out my YouTube video for more if you want to learn more about DCTH. And not only do I go over DCTH, I go over these two as well. GHM, this is your AI data center business with the nuclear energy stocks. Been doing really good. And TSSI is another one. I go over all three of those. So yeah, oh hey, yeah, what up, Jeff Mack? Hope you're having a good day, brother. Let's see, Grab Holdings, yeah. So Uber's the largest shareholder of this. Maybe getting some shares at Grab for free. Should I hold on? Yeah, hey, here's why I really like Grab. I love this company right here, and that's because of Uber. So if we go to the largest shareholder here, first off, Uber owns 13% of the company. Then Toyota is the third largest, 5.4% of the company. But this company, it was genius for Uber to buy them, because look at where the revenue comes from. This company does exactly what Uber does, but in all these other countries. Notice the US and Canada aren't on here. Singapore, Philippines, so very good international diversification for them. And they're starting to get net income positive. They're making net income every quarter for the past 3 quarters. And the free cash flow growth has been insane. Like, look at those green year-over-year growth rate numbers. Insane free cash flow growth. So I like that one. That's a growthy name that I'd probably just hold on to if you want to. Maybe if it's such a small position, maybe just sell it out because it's not meaningful anyway. But I do like that one. How do you calculate dividend yield? Yeah, it's just the stock price. It is such an easy calculation. You can look it up. Current stock price divided by the annual dividend. So let's see here. What's your favorite earth mineral ETFs? I don't really know. I mean, maybe a rare earth mineral play is MP Materials. What ETFs own MP Materials? I guess we'll find out right here. Van Eck. Okay, look at this. We just found some. This was kind of cool. REMX, Van Eck Rare Earth Mineral, or Rare Earth and Strategic Metals ETF. Oh, can we get this to load here? We'll check out what's in this. If it'll load here. Hey, look at that. It's probably, well, it's down bad on the weekly chart, but it's doing pretty good today. Let's see. Top holdings in here. MP Materials, Albemarle, a lot of stocks I never. I would go look for a different one. I probably I don't know any. Sorry. When are earnings of ABY on these? ABY. Wait, I don't know. All right, let's see. SBET stock. Okay, let's see. Why is SBET stock up? I sold that. A lot of people are talking about this one in the chat. Let's check it out here. So, $3.35 billion company. Yeah, hey, there's been a lot of shenanigans. Stock went from 2 to 124, all the way back down to 9, and now it's at 37. And that all happened since June. So, a lot of volatility on this company. But let's go look at the financials. I mean, $3 billion market cap. No, I don't really own any ETFs, David East. Just because I love individually stock picking. But yeah, affiliate marketing services. So that's not good. This revenue trend right here. It's only 700,000. It's down 25% year over year. They've lost. They're not losing much money. They're losing a million or less a quarter. But they have no revenue, no balance. Yeah, I don't know why this one's moving. It's got to just be momentum or something. I don't know. Someone said OMEX, please. We'll check it out. So I don't. Hopefully, it's not a small cap. I don't really like looking at the small caps. Sorry about my Wi-Fi, man. It's really trash today. I do apologize. My phone's charged. I can unplug that. Probably because my phone's in this weird position since I'm charging it right here. Wait, what was the ticker symbol? OMEX stock. Yeah, if y'all want to hit the follow button, by the way, we go live every day. OMEX. All right, well, dang, it doesn't want to load then. I guess we'll go over here to Webull real quick. So let's see how the market's doing real quick. We're up 1.6% on the day. I just like being fully transparent. I'll show you my portfolio return. We're up 14% all time in here. So since inception, I'm only up 14%. I've definitely underperformed the market. That's from some of our bigger losers. Also have some losers I haven't shown, like ChargePoint. I took a huge $1,000 loss on ChargePoint, but yeah. All right, let's see. OMEX. All right, it's back. So, I also want to show you my Robinhood portfolio. Then we'll get back to the analysis right here. On the day, how are we doing? Up 1.13% on the day. So, hey, not too bad. How's the S&P 500 doing? S&P is up zero point 0.6 and Qs are up 0.8. Pretty good today, actually. Tesla's down, though. And here are all the stocks that I own in here. This is my dividend growth portfolio. Every stock in here pays a dividend. And most of these are like dividend growth companies. Like obviously Meta, Google pay a dividend, but you're mainly buying them for the stock price appreciation. But yeah, let's look at OMEX. Okay, yeah, $50 million company, not one I'd really want to cover. Whole companies were 50 million. The revenue is 135,000. I mean, it's not a company that you can really trust, in my opinion. Not one I'd want to. And look at that balance sheet, man. 5 times more liabilities as assets. So yeah, not one I'd trust. CCJ, thanks. What's that one? CCJ. Oh, Cameco, dude. I love Cameco stock. Did they change their ticker symbol? Wasn't it CCO? So this is your main uranium play right here, and check that out. They're at an all-time high today. A lot of the uranium stocks are just crushing it recently. So yeah, if we go to where the revenue comes from, yeah, look at that. Uranium is a half the revenue. These adjustments make it look weird, but no, it's 45% of the revenue comes from uranium. And look, they're making net income. So yeah, this is a great one. I think they pay a small dividend, but yeah, that one's really fueled by the U.S. having more nuclear reactors. So the U.S. is no longer buying Russian uranium. That's a Canadian company. The U.S. is starting to buy Canadian uranium. Yo, WHFH. Thank you so much for the rose, man. Yeah, if you got a stock you want me to look at, let me know. I got you. Rocket Lab. Oh, yeah, we could check out that one. Oh, hey, nice. Jeff is up 1.3% on the day. So here's Rocket Lab. Yo, huge momentum play. I love this stock. I probably wouldn't buy this one at all-time highs, but I'd put this one in your watch list. This is my favorite space stock. This company has a huge $1.5 billion backlog of orders that they just can't fulfill. On top of being super growthy, like, look, Space Systems is 71% of the revenue, and look at the growth here. It's up 45%. Also, a couple weeks ago, they just acquired a company for like $600 million. So that's going to bring even more growth to Rocket Lab. So this is just a growthy company. They are losing a bit of money, but they kind of outgrow that. I like them. But not at all-time highs right here. Oh, yeah, Oscar Health. So, yeah, a lot of the Medicare, Medicaid plays are getting crushed today. So, yeah, Oscar Health is down 9%. If I go to my watch list right here, yeah, HIMSS is down, Eli Lilly's down. But if I go to the top of the L watch list right here, yeah, ELV is down 13, Oscar Health, Abbott Laboratories, they're all down pretty bad today. I wonder what United Health is doing right now. But if I was going to pick a rebound play, I would probably pick Oscar Health because I do really like the growth of this company right here. Like, this is what I can't believe. Literally just in the most recent quarter, just in the past 3 months, they did $3 billion of revenue. And if we go to their annual revenue, I mean, look at this trend. But like for the full year 2020, the revenue was $590 million. And just in the most recent 3 months, it's 3 billion. I mean, they're taking market share like crazy. I love the growth here. They're finally getting net income positivity. But I think the reason we're seeing a bit of the stock's been artificially hit because of the government and the future regulations. So they kind of have to price that in, which sucks. But I do like them if I was going to pick one. Any take on the quantum short? Yeah, it's tough short and high momentum names, but I certainly wouldn't be buying qubits, RGTI, uh, QUBT, or these look so risky. And the one if I was gonna pick a quantum name, I'd pick a Google, an IBM, a Honeywell. You know what? I'll go to the quantum computing watch list down here. I think it's at the very bottom. Yeah, quantum computing. Obviously, it's not a pure play. You buy Google stock, it's not a pure quantum play, but they have the money in the talent. Dude, the internet's not my friend today. I do apologize. It's never like this. Can't believe it. But yeah, anyway, Google, Oracle, IBM, Honeywell, those are like your main industry leaders. But then the more pure plays are like the IONQ, Qubits, RGTI, but I just can't buy those. They're so risky. Like QBTS is beyond belief overvalued in market cap, but I don't know if I can short them. But what is Game Square? I don't know what that is. What's the ticker symbol for that one? Thoughts? Weeble's up 10% today. Are they? Let's go see that out. BULL. So, oh, then we could see Lucid. Yeah, Lucid just had a huge order from, or Uber just bought over $1 billion worth of cars from Lucid. So anyway, here's Weeble right here. Yeah, they're up 10% on the day. Yo, the fintechs are doing great. So Weeble, you're wondering what that is. That's this app right here. They're just a brokerage. And, I've probably given them a lot of transaction fees before. So, hey, I'm helping out the stock. But yeah, congrats, man. They're up 10% on the day. They'll hopefully one day, they'll trade like a Robinhood. And look at this right here. They are net income positive. In at least the two most recent quarters, they did make net income, 12 million, 10 million. So I do like that about Weeble. Ticker is, it's just ticker symbol GAME. Yeah, we'll check out Game Square. Yeah, this isn't a company we really like to talk about. So Game Square completes $70 million public offering. So did they just IPO or something? I don't know. But look, the whole entire company is worth $78 million. So the whole company is worth $78 million. And Teams, I wonder what team they own. Team and software as a service. Well, let's see. Yeah, they lost $7 million and then $30 million the quarter before. I mean, this company has like bankruptcy risks, but they just issued $70 million. So I guess actually that takes some of that away. But I mean, yeah, super small market cap, not good balance sheet at all. They're leveraging up, diluting you. So that's a short-term momentum swing trade, though, not one I like hold for the long run. CEG and Google for quantum. Yeah, let's look at Google, man. We haven't looked at them at all today, and I absolutely love this company. Like a perfect like buy and hold for the long run stock. And I might end the stream here early because my Wi-Fi's bugging today, man. This sucks. I don't know what's wrong, but anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. If y'all want to hit the follow button, we go live every day, and I'm going to do a live stream later tonight. So, and I don't sell nothing. I don't have a course book, nothing. We'll probably do a live stream later tonight. But yeah, here's Google right here. I love the fundamentals here. It's the cheapest Mag 7 stock. Like, look at the PE. The PE is a 20. That means they're trading at 20 times net income. I mean, very low valuation. I mean, it's like an ETF in one. I mean, they literally own Android, YouTube. They're in quantum. They have Waymo, the Google Cloud business. And look at the revenue growth. So the revenue at Google is up 12% year over year. Decent growth, but the net income is up 45% year over year. So another company, incredible margin expansion, near 40% net margin for a $2 trillion company. Yeah, let's see. Look at the Google Cloud revenue. How's that doing? Just the Google Cloud business has seen some really nice growth. So it's like a ETF in one. YouTube TV has seen is now more hours watched than Netflix. And someone wanted me to look at Netflix. So yeah, let's go look at CEG, man. CEG is one of my second largest holding in here. Check this out. I own 15 shares of CEG. This is your main nuclear energy play. So this company owns near 50% of all the US nuclear energy reactors. So it's a pure play on nuclear energy, at least the purest play out there. And the reason the stock has rallied so much, Meta and Microsoft have given them agreements to buy some of their nuclear energy power for a high deal. But Constellation Energy is merging with Calpine, and as soon as those company merge together, it's going to be instantly accretive, $2 of yearly EPS for the rest of the time. So synergistic, instant $2 of yearly EPS accretion is incredible. So the PE is high on that one, but it's because the growth is high. So I do like them. What up, Aaron? He said, IMNN. What's this one? IMNN. Haven't heard of this one. So Immunon, yeah, $12 million company. We won't cover them. Yeah, that whole company's worth $12 million. So here's a company I really like though. There's Zillow. Yeah, Zillow is ticker symbol Z, but this is Zeta Global, or I don't know if it's Meta or like Zeta or Zeta, but I like the growth here. I think this one's a bit oversold. Nice little relief rally today on them. They're up 6%. But here's what I like about them. The growth is just really strong. So if you go to the revenue right here, it's up 35%. It was up 50% last quarter. They've seen incredible revenue growth. And if we go to the net income, it's also growing. Or the losses are narrowing and that they lost 45% less. So probably this time next year, maybe in 2 years, they're going to be making net income every single quarter. So at this trend rate, it's very good. And the free cash flow is ridiculous. That's what FCF stands for, free cash flow. They're making a lot of free cash flow, and it's growing. Free cash flow is up 83% year over year. So I like this one as a growth play. I think, where's the revenue come from? 97% from the US. All right. Check out Pepsi. Yeah, hey, Pepsi had a nice recovery today. I think they reported earnings. And then we'll look at APH. Yeah, David, all-time high on APH. Incredible. So here's PepsiCo. They're up 7. Oh, closing cross. Market closes in 7 minutes. Okay. So anyway, Pepsi, huge gap up today. Yeah, they did report earnings. Let's see. Can we view them? Wait, so this was, or let's see if it'll load for us. We'll see what their earnings were. But either way, investors liked it because they gapped up 7.5%. You know, this one is like a good dividend play. If we look at the dividend right here, they have a near 4% dividend, 3.7% dividend. You know, they own Frito-Lay. The earnings, where are they? So here they are. So 2025 Q2, I guess they slightly beat on revenue, missed on net income, beat on EBITDA. So anyway, investors are happy, and dude, this Wi-Fi. Okay, there we go. So the net income fell 58%. That had to have been a one-time adjustment. Yeah, the operating profit still fell 10%, but the sales did, you know, it's kind of just slowing growth. The revenue is only up 1% year over year. Operating profits down 9%, but the stock's up. What app is this? Yeah, hey, HG. This is a brokerage right here. If you want to get it, it's in the link tree in my bio, very first link there. My favorite app for doing analysis and stuff. It's an affiliate link too. If you sign up and deposit $100, like we'll both get some free stocks. So I'll appreciate it. You know, this is my favorite app for analysis. Like if you look in the middle of my screen, I keep my cash in here. It's free. Not unlike Robinhood, no $5 a month. So that's why I love it. And that's why I recommend it kind of. But anyway, here's ticker symbol APH, Amphenol Group right here. All-time high today. You're right, David. I love this company right here. If you're wondering like why is this stock going up so much, it's because of a huge order from Nvidia. So Nvidia is ordering a bunch of copper cables from them, and they make the best, most high-quality cables. They've most patents on them and stuff. And Nvidia makes this new product. It's called Nvidia NVLink Spine. And that little product uses 2 miles of copper cables in the product, and they're ordering all that from Amphenol Group. So they've just seen like crazy demand from their communication solutions business. If you go to it on a quarterly basis, look at the growth. You know, it's up 43% year over year, really good growth. And also their harsh environment solutions revenue is up 40% year over year. So incredible growth, you know, for an S&P 500 company. You know, yeah, the revenue grew 47% year over year. I mean, incredible. So that's why that one's at all-time highs. They're trading at a high PE, so I definitely wouldn't buy them over 100, but they deserve it. Is this better than, yeah, I think so, HG. Why don't you own WeRide? Yo, WeRide is a Chinese company that does 10 million of revenue a quarter, but Nvidia does own them, but I would stay away. TTWO, yeah, again, Take-Two. This is the video game company. So this company right here, Take-Two, owns Rockstar Games. So they own GTA 5, Red Dead Redemption, and GTA 6 is about to come out. And as soon as they release GTA 6, I mean, that's just going to instantly make them billions of dollars. It's supposed to be one of the biggest video games of all time. So they have this asset that as soon as they release it, It's going to bring them billions in of revenue. Like what other company kind of has something like that? So there's going to be a lot of future growth here, and I bet they're going to milk it and make a lot of money off that game. Uh, like I've seen people like, I'm a grown man. I don't mind paying $400 for every part of GTA 6 because there's some like leaks where you only get certain access to stuff. So I can't wait to see that video game come out because they've been making us wait a long time for that. Let's keep going here. Solo news. Yeah, I think GTA 6 doesn't come out for like another like maybe a couple more than 6 months probably. So what up? Greco said UAMY. What's this company right here? United States Antimony. Well, look at that. The stock's at nearly an all-time high today. So congrats if you own this company. Wow. A very small one, a $400 million company. But let's go look at the financials. There must be something good here. I don't know what this is. Antimony and zeolite. Sounds interesting. So let's see what the revenue is. So yeah, look at that revenue growth, up 127% year over year. So obviously it's small numbers, but the company's small. Did they make? I don't. I'm gonna guess they did not make net income on that, but if they did, I'll be impressed. Oh, see, they did. No way. Was that real though? It was real. No way, man. I'm gonna add this one to the watch list. This could be like another small cap that just continues to do good. And bro, they have a monster balance sheet. Yo, thanks for bringing up UAMY. This is actually a really interesting company. Um, yeah, I'm UAMY. And thanks for bringing them up. I like them one. They'll probably just continue to win in my opinion. I might buy them if they dip a little bit. A stock influence before GTA 6. Hey, yeah, Adrian, how's it going, Adrian? Yeah, hope y'all having a good Thursday. Check HUMA. What up, Blue? So this is I think a healthcare play. I don't remember exactly. The market closes in 2 minutes, so right after this, we'll go look at the market close. But yeah, another really small one, $300 million company. Did they sell anything? Well, 500,000 in the most recent quarter. Yeah, so look at that. First time ever, they sold $500,000 of something, and they lost 20 million on that. See, there was a little gap net income trick. It says they made 40 million. They didn't actually, but that's interesting. 500,000 in sales. They need to keep up those sales and impress investors. Yo, what up, Chumani? How's it going, man? Hello. So let's see here. The market closes in less than a minute. Let's see how we're closing up. Hey, almost at a new intraday high. We're up 1.1% in my main account right here. And hey, Marvelous Miss, thank you so much for the rose. I'm sorry I missed that. Thank you so much, Marvelous Miss, for the rose. If you got a stock you want me to look at, let me know. I got you. Here's the S&P 500 up 0.6% on the day. Qs are up 0.8. So yeah, congrats if you own any stocks. The QQQ hit another new all-time high today. And the S&P 500 is pretty close to an all-time high. I don't think they closed at it, but like less than 1% off all-time highs. Argue Loyal, what's up, brother? Hope you're doing good. Yes, sir. We're bullish. So MDT, is that Medtronic? Let's check it out. MDT. And then we'll go see how my Webull portfolio closed. I am curious. So yeah, this is Medtronic right here. It's a medical device company. Great company, in my opinion. $114 billion company. I think it just seen some slow growth. The management isn't great, but the products are phenomenal. Like, look at this right here. They have a 3.2% dividend. Really nice yield there. Payout ratio is a little high, 77% payout ratio. But yeah, look at that. Cardiovascular products, neuroscience, medical, surgical. So let's see the net income right here. Yeah, so that's probably why the stock might be struggling a bit. The sales are up low single digits. Look at that. It was a 4% year over year, 2% year over year. Like, these are not good revenue. But if you look at the net income, it's really good. They're making $1 billion in net income plus a quarter. So really profitable. They just share that to shareholders in dividends and buybacks. So, let's see. Oh yeah, Nvidia. Yeah, we'll look at Nvidia. And someone said NVDY has a better dividend. Yeah, that's a covered call ETF. And they get a high yield by selling calls on Nvidia. And Nvidia is at an all-time high today. So it hasn't been too smart selling calls on Nvidia, but let's go analyze them. But yeah, of course you get a super high dividend selling calls on Nvidia because it's so growthy. And so let's see here. Nvidia, obviously we all know them. they sell GPUs as one part of their business. 20% PC GPU market share. They just had the partnership with Lucid. Did y'all see Lucid today released these new cars they're selling to Uber? Those are powered by Nvidia. I watched the video on the side of the car. It says powered by Nvidia. So their automotive revenue is going to keep on climbing, which is good news. Also, huge data center play. And just best part, bottom line is the bottom line. The net income right here, they're printing money. I mean, it's at this growth rate, it's going to be like 20 billion in net income a quarter. The cash flow, the free cash flow is up 80% year over year. I mean, Nvidia is just a perfect buy and hold for the long run stock, but it's tough at all-time highs today. Especially, there's going to be huge earnings tailwind. They finally got permission to sell their chips to China again. So Nvidia selling chips to China. Yo, Adrian, did you see QBTS today? Didn't they hit like an all-time high or something? Random fact, those new Xbox handheld consoles will have AMD chips. Hey, that's awesome. I like that. So, yeah, actually, let's look at NVDY. So we just saw Nvidia's at an all-time high. So yeah, here's the thing with the covered call ETF. So look at this. We just saw Nvidia literally today is at an all-time high. But here's the Nvidia covered call ETF, and check this out. It's not at all-time highs, but I get it. You get the nice high yield monthly income, but you won't outperform. But nice. Let's see. ASML. What up? So yeah, ASML. Hey, yeah. This is the lithography chip making manufacturer for Samsung, Intel, and Nvidia, I think. So this company basically gave us no guidance of any growth. So it looks like next year is going to be tough showing any growth on ASML. And I think that's why they fell on earnings. It kind of gapped down. But I haven't looked at their earnings actually for myself. Let's see how they performed this quarter. So here's the revenue. So they beat on revenue. Wow, they beat like crazy on net income and on EBIT. No way. Actually, let's go see this right here. So the revenue's up 35 and the net income's up 86. Yo, that's a record quarter. I mean, ASML literally just had record earnings, record quarter, but it was the guidance that hurt ASML. Yeah, $3 billion in net income in the most recent quarter. They also have a nice 1% dividend. Actually, I might look into them more because those earnings were really good, but it was the guidance that hurt them. Great earnings. Thoughts on the Genius Act? I mean, hey, that's good for great for like a Circle. Circle, right before the Genius Act passed, we could tell it was going to get passed by how Circle moved 21% yesterday. Have y'all heard of Circle before? This is the people that issue and own USDC. Has anyone heard of like a stablecoin crypto? It's called USDC. Circle's the issuer of that. So huge crypto play right here. And they just IPO'd literally a couple weeks ago. The valuation's a little high on this one, but they are net income positive. In the two most recent quarters, they made 60 mil, 50 mil. They are making a lot of net income. So, yo, what up, Victoria E? Thanks for the nice messages in chat. So let's see. Yo, try not to spam here. I got you. We'll look at Netflix. Yeah. So I'll get to all the stocks here. I do apologize if I don't get to anyone. Oh, wait, Netflix just reported earnings. Let's see if we go to the one. Oh, yeah. So look at that. After hours, Netflix is down 2% right now. This is kind of what you're watching. I mean, this obviously doesn't include the earnings that just happened 1 minute ago, but check out their premium subscribers. 1 year ago, it was 260 million. Now, in the most recent quarter, it was 301 million. So it grew from 260 to 301. I mean, incredible subscriber growth. Remember, the Super Bowl was on Netflix. That's how we watched it. I think the Super Bowl was really laggy on Netflix. It sucked, I think. But, or no, it was like a boxing game. I don't remember. But look at this net income. I mean, they're printing money. They successfully did the crackdown, the password crackdown where people are sharing passwords. They're printing money right now, net income and free cash flow. Like Squid Game, dude, they paid like the creators of Squid Game some pennies, but Netflix made billions off it. Crazy. Let's see. So wait, let me go see how Netflix did. Is there any other stocks that report earnings today? I can actually go check myself on this app. So they're down 2.85 or they're down 2.99. Nothing too big, but let me go to the earnings calendar real quick. Earnings Hub, if it hopefully loads. So here's the Earnings Hub. Coca-Cola was in the pre-market. Oh, okay. So today's Thursday. Man, I'm telling you, my Wi-Fi has never been this bad. I don't know what's happening, bro. But GE Aerospace reported pre-market. Pepsi pre-market. Oh yeah, Pepsi reported today. So looks like that's all really for today. Netflix is the only one that reported earnings. But tomorrow we get American Express. Yeah, and next Monday is Verizon. Anyway, or no, Coca-Cola is on the 22nd pre-market. Sorry, that I looked at the wrong date there. QS is a millionaire making stock, someone said. Is that QuantumScape? So is that the revenue-less startup? So I'm pretty sure you're talking about a startup right here. But yeah, this is your precious mineral. They're going up with MP Materials. I don't know if they also got a contract, but this is your US rare earth mineral play. Besides MP Materials. But if we go to this company right here, they have no revenue. They've never sold anything, not a product or a service. They literally have no revenue, and they're losing over 100 million in net income a quarter. It's okay because they have a really good balance sheet, though. They actually have no debt whatsoever, and they have no debt at all and lots of cash. So they have like probably a year, 2 years of cash left. But I just don't like that they literally don't sell anything. That's the bad news. Hey, yeah, SoFi and oh wait, let's look at QNNC. What up, Adrian? So there's no search results for QNNC. Are you sure that's the right ticker symbol? I do apologize there. So let's look at SoFi. Maybe I just can't view it on here. They don't have all the stocks. Maybe that's like a small cap. But here's SoFi Technologies. Yeah, man, not all-time high, but like 52-week high, multi-year high on SoFi Technologies, and I believe they deserve it. Again, I might be biased. I own this one, but I think they deserve it. I mean, they're a fintech. They have their own banking charter. And here's why. I mean, if you're looking for a stock to buy and hold for the long run, I want to buy one that has as good as fundamentals as this. Like, look at their financial services revenue. It's literally doubled. It's up 101% from the previous year. I mean, that is incredible revenue growth. It just hits a new record every quarter. I mean, it's really impressive. And the lending revenue is also at a new record, up 25% from the previous year. But they're finally net income positive. They've made net income every quarter for the past year, even more. People used to not take them serious. You know, SoFi used to lose net income every quarter, but now they're making net income every quarter. So SoFi, the huge growth, the net income positivity, the beating of expectations. I mean, that's why they're doing so good. The valuation might be a little high, though. I don't know if I'd buy that one here at all-time highs, but yeah. So let's see. Krim said CRSP CRISPR Therapeutics. So that's a Kathy Wood stock. So I'll pull up Kathy Wood's portfolio actually. So that's who owns the ARKK ETF. So if we go to her portfolio, you know, she owns Coinbase, Roblox, Palantir, and then she owns CRSP. Yeah, CRISPR Therapeutics. And this is a gene splitting company. And I don't think I think this might be another startup. I don't think they have any revenue. So let's go look at them. So yeah, look at this. This stock is flat since 2019. I think it's because they still haven't really sold anything. Let me go check though. I don't remember. So revenue, yeah. So look at that. You see how in the most recent quarter it was 800,000, and the quarter before it was 35 million. Well, the only reason it was 35 million is because if we go to the cash from investing activities, they sold off some of their assets to get that revenue. Bit of a little counting trick there, but anyway, they basically didn't have any revenue that quarter. So it's a revenue-less company that lost 100 million, 140 million the most recent quarter. So it's just a money-losing company. They have a really good balance sheet though, no debt at all, lots of cash obviously, but it's a little, I don't see the future in that one, or at least not right now. I want to see some financials there to prove me wrong, because I just love looking at the financials, because it usually explains why the stock is either doing good or bad. Wow, dude, no way. Powell Industries up 8.7% on the day. Wow, we're up almost 200% on them again. That's crazy. Comfort Systems, look, my main holding in here, I judge every company by its financials, and this is the most impressive financials company I've ever seen, Comfort Systems. They hit an all-time high today. I was loading the boat on this company during the April dip. So I'm glad that one's been performing well. Amazon too. Amazon, Amphenol. So many stocks hit an all-time high today. Oh, and someone said UiPath. Hey, that's my biggest loser. I love being fully transparent. Yeah, check this out. Here's my growth portfolio where I'll buy some risky stocks in here. And check this out. We're down bad on UiPath, down 41%. So that's because the CEO quit the company here. If we zoom out and look at this right here, the reason the stock gapped down so much on this day right here, the CEO quit out of nowhere, left the management abruptly, and it was not a good look. And also, the company's just seen some slowing growth. So the revenue's up 6% year over year. So revenue's up 6%. They're still struggling to get net income positive, but they're too cheap to sell. Here's why. So I think the market cap is $7 billion, and check this out. They have $1.5 billion of cash, $1.5 billion of cash, and the debt is zero. So this is a debt-free company, no debt, $1.65 billion of cash, and that's after doing buybacks. They spent $230 million buying back their own stock in the 2 most recent quarters. So they're buying back their own stock, no debt. So that's why I can't sell them. I'm not selling out of them just because they're too cheap to sell. But I don't really trust this one too much. I'm not adding to my position at all. So yeah, I'd be careful with that one. But I just like being transparent. I'll show you my winners, my losers, and everything. Thoughts on SBA? Yeah, that one's just moving because of crypto and stuff. They just mine a bunch of stuff. Uh, let's see here. What's this stock right here? Let me find it. TUYA. TUY. Oh wait, Adrian, what was the stock again? Oh wait, here it was. Oh, we'll look at that one next. $1.5 billion company, so pretty good market cap, but they're an ADR. So what country are they from? So this country's quartered in China. So this is a Chinese company right here. So are they making net income? Yeah, look at that. 11, 10 million the 2 most recent quarters. Revenue's up 21%. They made net income. I mean, hey, that's actually pretty decent. But again, Chinese, they do pay a dividend. Looks like they paid a little special dividend or something. So let's look at this stock right here. Adrian loves the quantum names. I wonder if this is a quantum name. QNCCF. Look, you're right. That's probably the right ticker symbol, but it's not available for me to look at. I apologize there. So it's not. Maybe it's on this side. You know what? If it's not on either of these, then that's unfortunate. QNCCY. Yeah. Wait, where? No, I'm typing it in wrong. QNCCF. Okay, we found it. Maybe I typed it in wrong the first time. But $235 million company. Yeah, not supported for me to trade. But look at that momentum. I mean, it really gapped up on earnings right here. Let's go see what these earnings were. So again, really small company, 200 mil. So they're still a revenue-less company. No revenue, only lost 3 million. 12 million assets. Good balance sheet, but there must be some good news there. I wonder what it is. Maybe someone took a big stake into the company. How do you see what Kathy Wood is invested in? Yeah, hey, that's on my favorite app right here. This one right here. This is a brokerage right here, actually. You just go to the watch list right here. There's a bunch of watch lists. Like you can see Nvidia's portfolio. The super investors like Warren Buffett, Kathy Wood, literally by SEC law, they have to show everything they own and what their most recent trades were. So we can see all of Nancy Pelosi's portfolio, what her most recent buys were. She just bought PayPal, Comcast, Disney. Anyway, and yeah, Kathy Wood down here as well. We can see Kathy Wood's portfolio. If you want to get this brokerage I'm on, it's in the link tree in my bio, the very first link there. It's my favorite. It's free and you don't have to pay nothing. It's like with Robinhood, you have to pay $5 a month, but not with this one because anyway, let's see here. And it's an affiliate link too. We'll both get some free stocks if you sign up, so that'd be appreciated. Anyway, let's look at PERI right here. So this is Perion Network, one of my bigger losers. So this is kind of like a lesson. I love this stock right here. So this is, if you're going to buy a stock, I recommend, dollar cost average into them. And what that means is, don't spend all your money on one day buying the stock and then never buy it again. I mean, slowly spread out your purchase where you slowly buy it, but that doesn't always work. Like, look at this stock. This doesn't always work. So it's kind of a lesson saying, make sure you're always doing your own research. Make sure you're buying a high quality company and don't keep buying into a stock if they're really bad. So this company right here is literally 80% of the market cap is their net cash. So this is a debt-free company. Look, very small, very risky. Whole company's worth 490 million. They have 380 million of cash and absolutely no debt. And they actually just lost a contract with Microsoft Bing, and it really hurt the sales. That was all their search revenue, and the revenue's down 43%. They lost their contract with Microsoft Bing. Terrible news. Stock collapsed. So, yeah. Cheese. What up, Cheese? He said DGXX stock. It's like a mini IREN. Well, let's check it out. So, yeah, another small one, 120 mil market cap. Let's see. So, co-location services, sales of energy. So yeah, revenue of 10 mil, barely lost some money. They're leveraging up a little bit. I got to do more research on them, but yeah, hey, I like IREN a lot because they have good growth. But I don't know the growth of that company. I need to double check that one and their future growth. They look interesting. Transitioning into AI HPC, huh? That's interesting. So Blue Busby said mRNA. I think that's Moderna. Yeah. So this is a healthcare play. A lot of the healthcare stocks have just not been performing well. I mean, look at that stock price. So they're at $32 a share, though. Let's see what the valuation is. What's the PE ratio? So the PE is negative, so that means they're not profitable. That's not good. So let's go look. So yeah, look at it. If we go to the net income right here, I think that kind of explains why the stock has done so bad. They're losing like $1 billion in net income a quarter. So that's not good. Are sales growing at least? No, sales are down 35% year over year. So dang, and look at that. Whenever you lose a lot of net income like this, that money has to come from somewhere. So look at that balance sheet. Just keeps on going down and went from 16 bill to 12 bill. So that kind of explains why the stock has done so bad. Um, yeah. Can you show me what stocks Kathy Wood owns? Yeah, here, I'll be quick about this. And hey, if you missed anything, guys, I'm streaming on YouTube as well. The best way to support me, by the way, is watch the stream from YouTube. My YouTube channel is called Nathan Robert, Linktree in bio. You can rewatch it. And I'm scared TikTok keeps taking down my streams and banning me. So, yeah, here's all the stocks she owns. She owns Shopify. You know, I actually want to go over Shopify. So this is an incredible stock. Dang, they're up 6% on the day. Just incredible growth company. This is actually my favorite Canadian stock. And here's why I recommend Shopify as like a perfect buy-in, like just never sell stock, just buy and hold for the long run. Again, not financial advice here, but look at this right here. The annual revenue growth, it's literally 8.8 billion for the full year 2024. I mean, if we compare that to other, like it just hits a new record every year. So incredible growthy company. And it's not just the sales, but the profits. Like look at the FCF free cash flow. They're making a couple hundred million of free cash flow every quarter. Net income too. They had a little one-time adjustment this quarter. They actually made 200 mil. So I love Shopify. I think they just acquired a huge stake into some company for that. Um, all right. Yeah, we'll look at Lucid as well because we haven't talked about them in a while. So Lucid basically, they're up 36% of the day, hopefully saving them from bankruptcy, but this one's really risky. They partner with NeuroRobot and Uber. And Uber is buying over $1 billion worth of Lucid cars. So that's great news for Lucid. Basically, $1 billion plus of orders from Uber. And this is the thing that I don't like about them. They're kind of losing a lot of money. 400 mil the most recent quarter. I mean, they're losing a couple hundred million every quarter. And they're also issuing shares. They're doing a 1 for 30 reverse split as well. So there's a lot of momentum in the name. Shop was my best stock today. Yo, that's awesome, Tom. Yeah, Shopify's been crushing it. I wish I owned them, man. I want to get into them. Netflix, are they moving after hours? Yeah, Netflix reported earnings 10 minutes ago. They're only down 1%. Look at that. Netflix is barely moving. So RIP anyone who bought calls or puts, it just burned all the option holders. This thing ain't moving. So, Steve said Main Street Capital. Yeah, hey, so that I think they hit an all-time high today. So if I go to my Roth IRA right here, we kind of fell from the peak today. But here in my Roth IRA, my largest holding in here again only $500, but is Main Street Capital. I love this stock. They're one of the few companies that pay you monthly dividends. So Main Street Capital pays a monthly dividend. They're a BDC, which actually means by law they have to pay out most of their taxable income in the form of a dividend to avoid taxes. So that monthly dividend, the 5% yield is actually sustainable. And they even make so much they sometimes do special dividends where they pay you twice in 1 month. Yeah, hey Mustang, thanks for the nice words, man. I appreciate you. And here's my main account. We were up 1.1% on the day. Let's go. Here are all the stocks here I own on my main account. I got Google, Meta, McDonald's, United Rentals. Every stock in there's in the S&P 500. So Interactive Brokers reported today. Dude, that's actually Nancy Pelosi just took a big stake into that company. Hold on, I want to show you that. Because this actually been an incredible performing stock that no one knows about. I didn't even know about this stock till I looked. So if we go to Nancy Pelosi's portfolio at the very bottom, she just bought some IBKR. And check out this stock. I mean, it's at an all-time high today. It's just been performing it's up, or it's actually slightly down on the day, but they're up 3% after hours. I think they just reported earnings or something. So up 3%, I believe. And look at the net income they make. It's ridiculous down here. What the daily average trades? What is it? 3.5 million. Wow. Yeah, net interest income. That's where they're making a lot of money. So let's just go to the net income down here. Is what we want to see. So yeah, look at that. They're making nearly $1 billion in net income a quarter. That's nuts. So yeah. Hey, someone said Meta. Why are you invested in Meta, dude? Meta is such a great company. I mean, There's so many earnings tailwinds for them right now. They just took a 3% stake into the parent company of Ray-Bans. The Meta Ray-Bans have been actually performing pretty well, but also Meta, the new app called Threads now has nearly the same amount of daily active users as X does. A lot of people are leaving X and going to Threads. Ever since they built it in Instagram, they own Instagram, Facebook, and those just print money. The ads there. And if you go to the active users, Meta literally has 3.4 billion daily active users. I mean, incredible. Half the world is on one of their apps a day. It's also a huge margin growth story. Revenue's up 16% year over year, but net income's up 35. Look at the net income they're making. I mean, incredible. If you go to the net margin, $2 trillion company with 40% net margins. I mean, incredible on Meta. They just started paying a dividend. They're doing insane buybacks. They have like 80 billion of net cash on hand. And they have like a super intelligence team. They're stealing talent from like OpenAI. They just acquired for $15 billion, 49% of Scale AI. It's going to add over $300 million to their quarterly revenue. And Meta just put ads on WhatsApp. If anyone heard of WhatsApp before, Meta owns that, and they're now putting ads on that as of last month. That's going to be a huge earnings tailwind, instant value creation. So there's so much like future growth I see with Meta, and that's why I own them. Perfect like buy and hold stock, I think. Let's see here. Wassinator, how's it going, brother? Happy Thursday. Do you do crypto? Not really, but I do own like Robinhood stock. Robinhood stock like moves with Bitcoin. They're in my risk on portfolio in here. We got some losers, but got some really good winners. We're up like a crazy amount on Robinhood. We're up 659% on Robinhood. Shouldn't have sold out a lot of my shares there, but GUE said YOU stock, Clear Secure. So yeah, the mid caps were doing great today, and Clear Secure was up really good, up 5.6% on the day. Yeah, look at that candlestick, really good day. The CEO just had an interview, and it was really good. It's like a good life lesson. Here's what the Clear Secure CEO does. And I watched this in the interview. Clear Secure CEO was like, each week in the year, every week in the year is 2%. Is 2% of the whole year. So every week that goes by is 2%. Like if we're going to delay something for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we're going to delay that by 8% of the year. So anyway, it's a good management team there. And that Clear Secure, they're like that government. If you go in the airport, you see like those like Clear Secure machines, people wearing the Clear Secure. You can like go through security faster. How'd they get in such a federally regulated airport? I don't know, but they're crushing it right now. So let's see here. A little concerned about why the other board staff is suing Mark. I don't know. Meta Facebook has problems of its own privacy. Yeah, hey, but I think they're still going to be winner in the long run. That's like short-term noise. Hopefully they'll get past that. So what's your favorite penny stock? Yo, Greco, you would love my most recent YouTube video. Literally right before the live stream, I made a video. 3 small caps I just bought. And you'll see which one's my favorite by far in the video. But I just bought literally yesterday. Yesterday, I bought all 3 of these. They're all 3 brand new positions. I bought it so I could, get a little bit more exposure to growth. But I just bought TSSI, DCTH, and GHM for the first time ever yesterday. And all 3 of these companies, extremely risky, are all worth under $600 million. So these are really some penny stocks. They're all worth under $600 million. But as you know, I don't usually buy stocks unless they have really good fundamentals. And these 3 right here, in my opinion, have really good fundamentals. And I explain all that in my most recent YouTube video. I literally made it today. That's the best way to support me, y'all. I sell nothing. I don't have a course, a book. All I have is a YouTube channel. Best way to support me, go watch it and let me know what you think. I'm trying to, my videos don't get money views. I'm trying to get bigger on YouTube, only like a couple hundred. But so yeah, help a small channel out. I appreciate that. Why do you like Amphenol? Our company supply them, but I don't know why I invest in them. Do you know why they're a good company? Hey, yeah, N14, how's it going, man? Yeah, so Amphenol's been crushing it recently just because of the insane growth. So that's cool that you work around them, but Nvidia is ordering a lot of copper cables from Amphenol. The new Nvidia NVLink spine product uses 2 miles of copper cable, and they've been ordering that from Amphenol. And so if we go to the communication solutions right here, it's just a growthy company. Here's why Amphenol, I like them. They're a growthy company. They just have spools of virgin copper wires everywhere, like so much inventory. I've seen their factories. Like, look at this. The revenue year over year, their communication solutions is up 44% year over year. So incredible growth over there. And their harsh environment solutions, that's up 40% year over year. So just incredible growth. Actually, if we just go to revenue down here, let's see. Yeah, revenue's up 47% year over year. So super growthy company. So I bet I would say this one's overvalued. Like the PE is a 49. The forward PE is like a more reasonable, but yeah, good stuff. Hey, thanks, Chase. I appreciate you, man. Can you do I'll go sub. Yo, Krim, I'm gonna give you a follow, man. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube channel. If y'all don't know, um, my TikTok account literally 2 weeks ago was permanently banned. 2 weeks ago, it was banned for like 3 weeks. My TikTok account didn't exist for like 3 weeks. And then I got a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I got a notification saying, "Hey, your account's actually unbanned." And now I'm streaming again. So I'm glad my account's unbanned, but I'm scared it's going to get banned again. So if y'all want to support me, just subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm streaming on there as well. If you miss anything, you can watch it on the replay. I'm thinking of opening a Moomoo account for a solely larger dividend payout card. What do you think of the move for receiving dividend? Yeah, Jacob, that's a great idea. Um, uh, there's no wrong in having multiple portfolios as well. Like I have 3 different portfolios, just a little extra sheet of paper, filled out sheet of paper, 1099 form. Easiest one, you just hand it over. So yeah. So here's Clean Spark right here. I think this is like a Bitcoin mining company. Yeah. So look at that. We can see where the revenue comes from, and 100% of the revenue comes from Bitcoin mining. So obviously, we got to see how much Bitcoin that they own and compared to the market cap. But yeah, obviously, all these assets are just the Bitcoin that they own. Revenue is growing like crazy. Look at that, up 62% year over year. So yeah, that's the only bad thing is that that company is not nowhere near all-time highs. Like if we look at actual Bitcoin, Bitcoin is at all-time highs, but a lot of these Bitcoin mining companies aren't at all-time highs. So it kind of looks like they underperform. Yo, no way, Athena. Hey, I really appreciate you. Yo, we'll both get some free stocks. I'll give you a follow. Yeah, if y'all want to get this app that I'm on right here, it's my favorite app for doing analysis. It's free. I like it better than Robinhood and Webull. It's in the link tree in my bio, very first link there. Keep my cash in here as well. You get the nice APY. But yeah, anyway, let's keep going here. Yo, David T, how's it going, brother? Hope you're having a good day. So let's see. Vincent, hey, long time no see. I hope you're doing good, brother. He said Uber stock. Um, Marcus said, how do I get more knowledgeable on stocks like yourself? Yo, most people would like say, hey, go sign up for my course. But I don't got nothing, man. I don't have a course, a book. I don't sell anything. But the best way to, I guess, to get more, in my opinion, just go watch my YouTube videos. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you can replay all the old streams. I mean, yeah, I think you'll like them if you want to check out my YouTube channel, Nathan Robert. It's called Nathan Robert, link tree in bio as well. You can just type in YouTube Nathan Robert. But here's Uber. Let's go analyze them. Sorry. Let's go back to the stock analysis, and then I'll show you how the market's doing. The market just closed 30 minutes ago. So here's Uber Technologies. This company, I mean, still grows, and that's crazy. Like their monthly active users, 170 million monthly active users on them. 56% of revenue comes from mobility, and then the delivery revenue, like Uber Eats. Uber Eats revenue is up 18% year over year. Mobility is also up double digits. But the best part about is how they're growing their bottom line. Like if you go to the free cash flow right here, I mean, look at that. They're making billions of free cash flow every quarter. That's how we can, or that's how they can invest in Grab. And they just took a stake into another company. I forget the name, but I added them to the watch list. And look at that. If we go to the net income as well, they're making a lot net income every single quarter for the past year. And that was real as well. If it would load on the operating profit. But yeah, they're making net income every quarter and a lot of it. So they're just really growthy and really profitable. Yeah, so my Wi-Fi is just terrible today. I apologize. And normally it's never like this. By the way, if y'all want to hit the follow button, we go live every day, sometimes twice a day. I might do a later live stream tonight since there's been so much issues today. Yeah, no problem, Gio. Thank you, man. And your battery's running low. Yeah, man. You do long run or short term trade? I mainly hold stuff for the long run. If anything, if I go over to my portfolio right here, sometimes I'll swing trade some stocks in here. Like I'll buy it, hold it for a couple months or weeks, and then sell it after. My most recent purchase in here has actually been PSIX. Does anyone remember me kind of talking about this stock right here? PSIX has been crushing it. You pay for any stock news platforms? No, I don't. I don't pay for any like Seeking Alpha. I don't. Yeah, no. No, I don't have I have no monthly subscriptions. I don't. Yeah. Oh, someone said FICO score. Yes, or I mean FICO stock. So yeah, FICO owns the FICO score, and it's seen a lot of pricing power recently. But if you're wondering why has the stock been hit so much, the government basically has created a new scoring system to compete with FICO because there was only like two scores, like they had a monopoly on the industry. But now the government has their own kind of score, and that's kind of coming for their market share. And the scores is 60% of the revenue. Basically, whenever you make a big ticket purchase, you go buy a car, a house, you're paying like $3, $4 for your FICO score. It's nothing. So they've had a lot of pricing power where they're able to up it to like $6, $8, and people just pay it. And they're really profitable as well. Like if you go to the net income, they're making over 100 mil plus a quarter. So yeah, yeah, it is Jaden. If you want to get this software, link tree in bio, first link there. I made $10 off Pepsi. Yeah, dude, Pepsi was crushing it today. Pepsi had earnings this morning, and it was better than expected. I mean, or at least to the market, look at that, up 7.5%. Pepsi, they own so much stuff. They own the Frito-Lay business, which is Cheetos, Doritos, all those chips. Funyuns, man, I love Funyuns, underrated chip. Haven't had them in a while. Why you bought GHM? Yo, Greco, my most recent YouTube video, you'll love it. I go right over that. It's the first thing in the video. That's my favorite stock that I bought. And I'll go over them in a second if I remember. But here's SoundHound AI right here. This company right here, you're only watching one thing on this stock, and that's the subscription revenue. And I like subscription model companies because it's all like reoccurring. And look at this, 85% of the revenue comes from their subscription revenue. And look at this growth. It's incredible. Like this time last year, it was only 600,000, nothing burger. Well, now it's 25 million, up 585% from the previous year. Look at those year-over-year growth rates in the middle. Incredible. So at this growth rate, what's it going to be this time next year? A bunch of people are signing up. I haven't looked too much into them. Bad news, if you go to their royalties, I don't know what happened. Their royalties fell 50% year over year, but it's now a smaller part of the business. But you're mainly just watching the subscription revenue over there. They are still losing some money. They're not net income positive yet. They lost 50 mil the most recent quarter. But yeah, you're watching the growth of the subscription. Nvidia, another reason they fell a couple months ago, Nvidia used to own SoundHound AI, and then Nvidia sold out of them. So yeah. Hey, yeah, I'm glad. Hey, that's what's up, Ryan. Edzilla, good to see you, dude. Yes, sir. Hope you're having a good Thursday. We're back. Spicy Funyuns. Hey, yo, yes, sir. Do you have a degree in finance? No, man. I'm literally a college student, so I'm definitely not an expert. This ain't financial advice. I'm just on here giving my opinion. I don't sell nothing. So let's see. Just like your main, how do you review a company like Honest? I've also won. So let's go look at Honest. So I know this company has no debt. I've looked at them before. So this is a very small company. Yeah, we'll look at Honest, and we'll look at Archie Aviation. That's a revenue-less company. I might look at them too. Tesla, Webull, we can look at those. So and I love dividend stocks, Riley. Yeah, I have a whole portfolio of just dividend companies. So here's Honest right here, a very small one. They sell diapers, wipes, like healthy ones. If you look in the top right, they're only worth $480 million. And I know they have no debt. Let's see how much cash they have on hand. So cash on hand of $72 million. So yeah, a good chunk of their portfolio is just their cash on hand. No bankruptcy risk there. And I know they've been struggling to get net income positive, but in the most recent quarter, they finally made $3 million. Like, was that real? They're making interest on their cash, actually. That's when the operating profit is lower than the net income. That means they're making interest on their cash because normally and more so than the tax that they pay. So that's crazy. So yeah, they used to lose 10 mil a quarter, but now they're finally making net income. So hopefully they can keep up that consistency. They're making a lot of interest on cash. The revenues, they're kind of growing, double digit, 12% year over year. So it's not a too terrible of a hold. But yeah, dang, look at that. They have not been performing well. S&P, the QQQ's at all-time highs. This isn't. So it's just a small name there. What's the funniest ticker symbol? I don't know. Yeah, hey, Jaden, my portfolio on Blossom literally just has all the stocks that I own. Hey, if you're wondering what stocks that I own, go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Nathan Robert. I do tons of stock portfolios updates on there. Here's a quick glance. Here's my dividend-only portfolio. Every stock in there pays a dividend. Here, I got my growth portfolio. This is my risk-on portfolio. I got some risk-on stocks in here, and I like to swing trade in here, like Robinhood, SoFi, Supermicro, Reddit stock, PSIX, my most recent one. Calm, they have dude, Calm Maine, bro. This company has a 20% market share for chicken eggs, and there's been a lot of issues like with the bird flu, and they've had so much pricing power. It's unbelievable. They trade at 4 times net income and have a 6% yield trailing 12 months. All right, so let's see here. You have all these portfolios on YouTube? I do, Jaden. Yeah, my YouTube channel is called Nathan Robert. It's also in the link tree in my bio. I'm also streaming on there as well. The best way to support me, just go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to build it up. I don't get many views on my videos, but I appreciate that. What cash dividend stocks do you recommend? Well, if you're looking for like pure dividend plays, I like to look for a hybrid of dividends and growth. Like this one right here, this is Main Street Capital. This one has a 5% dividend and they pay you monthly. They're one of the few stocks that actually pay you a monthly dividend. So that's one that I do own. Another higher yielding one that I own is T Rowe. This one has like a 5% yield right here, T Rowe Price Group. And they have no debt. The fundamentals on this company really impress me. They trade at a 12 PE, no debt, and a 4.8% dividend yield. Maine is incredible, keeps hitting new all-time highs. Yeah, Jeff Mack, I know, brother. They trade at they're trading on their net asset value really expensive now compared to any other BDC. So I wouldn't have put a lot of money into there, but they're one of the few. They're a BDC, which means they actually have to pay out most of their income in the form of a dividend by law. So they pay non-qualified dividends, and that's why I own them in my Roth IRA. So if you own Maine in your taxable account, you'll put it's these dividends you receive are actually taxed at short-term capital gains and not long-term capital gains, which is why I own them in my Roth. But yeah, and all these stocks in here, like McDonald's, every stock in here pays qualified dividends. As y'all don't know, here's the cool tax hack. If you make under $60,000 and receive any qualified dividends, it's completely tax-free, and that's me. I make under $60,000. So like this McDonald's right here, whenever I receive, $23 dividend, it's completely tax-free when I receive it, even in my taxable account, because it's a qualified dividend and I make under $60,000. And I think as you go up, it's then taxed at like 12% after CK. So it's kind of qualified dividends are favored toward like low income. So that's great. People have been saying Webull. Yeah, let's go check out Webull. So I was just on my account. You saw my portfolio. I've given them a lot of transaction fees. So yeah, if you're wondering what Webull is, it's just this app right here. It's a brokerage, kind of like they're just like Robinhood, but here's their stock right here. And they just IPO'd like a month ago. The only like 6% of the company is publicly traded. So like only 6% of the pizza is available to trade. And that makes that, when a huge, volume environment, and made that one slice of pizza look very valuable. So, but they're up 11% on the day, probably just because crypto, Robinhood is at an all-time high today. So all their competitors are at all-time highs, and they just IPO'd. And check this out, they're actually net income positive. They made 12 mil the most recent quarter, 10 mil the quarter before. So I do like that they're making net income. Revenue's up 31%. There's not too much history, and I do got to do more research on their share structure. I remember, because I look at like the 10Q of every company, and their share structure gave me a headache just trying to understand it. There's like 3 different classes, so I got to do more research on that. But I do like that one. Thoughts on HIMS? Yeah, dude, the healthcare stocks did get hit today, and HIMS was just included in that. I guess, I don't know. So yeah, HIMS is down 3.5% on the day. The reason they gapped down this day right here is because Ozempic, or NVO stock, abruptly ended their partnership. So HIMS used to sell a weight loss prescription. Like they used to sell Ozempic on their website, and now they don't. And that was a huge revenue driver for them, the GLP-1 stuff. So they look at this incredible revenue growth. I mean, this is what I love about them. HIMS, the revenue's up 110%. It's literally doubled. Now, the reason the stock has fallen because we don't know the future growth rate. But Wally said, what app is this? Yeah, it's actually a brokerage. It's in the link tree in bio. Oh yeah, hey, thanks, Jello answered it for me. Yeah, link tree in bio. First link there if you want to get this app. But anyway, it's free. Revenue's up 110% year over year, and the profits are insane. I mean, they're making 50 mil of free cash flow a quarter. They're net income positive. They have no debt as well, 0 debt on there. So yeah, HIMS, I like them, but the future's a bit uncertain with they can no longer, but they're like selling a bunch of new other products as well. So let's see, TSLA. So yeah, someone's saying Tesla stock. Oh, Jeff Mack, remind me to look at CBKR. Type that one again. I'll look at that one. So here's Tesla. This one, we'll look at Novo Nordisk. Oh, and Disney too. So I've not looked at Tesla today, but here's the thing. If I judge Tesla like any other company, any other stock, this one's ridiculously overvalued. So, I mean, if we look at this right here, they have 182 PE. Like, it's okay for a company to have a high PE if they're high growth, but Tesla's actually negative growth. But I think the premium valuation right now comes from the future revenue of robotaxi and robots and stuff like that. Optimus but it's hard to pay their premium right now because look at their total vehicles delivered. It's actually down 14% year over year. Like if we just go to the automotive revenue, which is 85% of Tesla's revenue, it fell 15% year over year. So the business isn't growing. It's tough, and also the margins collapse. Like, look, revenue fell 9, net income fell 70, and that wasn't some one-time adjustment. That was real. So the net margin was only 2%. So right now, Tesla financials are not good, but they're high momentum. It's Elon said he's spending more time at the company, and then the stock goes up on that. So I just can't personally pay that valuation, but I see why people own it. CBKR. So I just think there's so many better companies, like with way better financials and probably better growth for like way lower market caps. So hey, CBKR. I'm typing this stock in. I actually can't find that one. CBKR. Let me try it on Webull. Um, CBKR. So yeah, I can't find that stock. Maybe that's a wrong ticker symbol. I don't know. So yeah, let's go look at NVO Novo Nordisk. Do you have a video on how to avoid paying taxes? Basically, just look up. It's super easy. Um, 2025 qualified dividend tax bracket. And I think if you make under $60,000 a year, all qualified dividends are tax free. And like it's hard to find the only stocks that don't pay qualified dividends are REITs and BDCs. So like McDonald's, Altria, Verizon, they all pay qualified dividends. Anyway, here's NVO Novo Nordisk. Novo Nordisk. This is the company that sells Ozempic, so they own Ozempic. It's like a weight loss prescription, and yeah, look at that. 95% of this company's revenue comes from their obesity care products, which is that right there. And they've just been printing money recently. Check this out. 4 bill in the like a couple billion every quarter. So really good net income on there. And look at the dividend as well, 2.5% yield. So not too shabby right there on NVO. So I think actually that one's a bit oversold right now. But the Ozempic patent does expire in 2027. So I think investors aren't too happy about that. Hey, has anyone heard of the restaurant Cracker Barrel? I didn't even know that. Hi. So Cracker Barrel stock is publicly traded, and they're not big. If you had to guess how big the company is, well, they're only worth $1.4 billion. And look at that. The stock is, get my water here. Sorry. The stock is down bad since 2019. I've been talking for an hour and 55 minutes straight. It just took my first sip of water. It's starting to get to me. Okay, so look at it. The stock is down bad since 2019, and let's go look at the financials and see if we can figure out why. And I'm noticing the company pays a dividend. My first thought is this company should not be paying a dividend. Well, let's go check it out. Actually, the net income's not terrible. If you average out the 4 quarters, they are making net income every quarter. But it's not much. What about revenue? So yeah, revenue's not growing either. Revenue's up 0.5%. I like going into Cracker Barrel and getting all like the little candies, the little nice shop there. But yeah, restaurants businesses hasn't been doing too good right now for a lot of restaurants. Hey, no, wait, Abu. Thanks so much for the subscribe, homie. I really appreciate you, Abu. So you think Oscar stock is on sale? Good time to buy? I think it's a good time to nibble. I wouldn't put a full size position in them, but good time to nibble on that one. So someone said CPRX. Yeah, this is one I do own, by the way. This is one of my few healthcare plays. Here's a healthcare stock that I do own. Hey, YouTube agent. Yeah, hey, if you go to the link in the description, it should be there. It's actually a brokerage, yeah. But also, if you go to the link tree in my bio, very first link there if you want to get this app I'm on, yeah, it's a brokerage. But yeah, here's CPRX. They sell these different prescriptions here. Like, look at this one. I'm not even going to try and pronounce it, but it's seen some really nice growth, up 25% year over year. Then they have this one right here, FY Compa, whatever. That one's up 17% year over year. And then how's this one doing? Agrimare. So yeah, this is their new like high dose. Like it's doing really good. It went from this time last year was 1 million, now 22 million. So really nice growth there. So basically, we go to the revenue up 43%, monster balance sheet, absolutely no debt. The net income is crazy. They're making 200 mil of net income a year. The free cash flow is like even better, more than 200 million of free cash flow a year. So if we go to the PE ratio, the PE is a 13. So that's why I bought this one. So even though the stocks looks as close to all-time high, the valuation is still low, and I think it's going to continue to win. Never ate there, but heard stories. Oh, at Cracker Barrel, yeah. Let's see. I've been there a couple of times. Yeah, Jaden, I don't have a video about that specifically, but like I said, I would look up the 2025 qualified dividend tax bracket. So let's see, LDI, that's Loan Depot. So this is your mortgage loan originator, and because of the high interest rate environment, they've been getting smoked. I mean, no one's like, who's signing up for a house at these crazy high interest rates? But as soon as interest rates go down, this is going to be a huge beneficiary. Actually, I don't think Loan Depot originates the loans, kind of like a Rocket Mortgage or a Cooper, a Mr. Cooper. Actually, you want to know the best stock? Like, I would probably avoid Loan Depot. I mean, it might be decent, but check out COOP. I've been looking to get into this stock, and the valuation isn't even crazy. Even though the stock's at all-time highs right now, or pretty close to it, this is like the better play in my opinion. The PE is a 16. I mean, not ridiculously expensive, a 16 PE. Yeah, look at that. They originate the loans and then servicing. Mr. Cooper. Netflix 2025 earnings call. Yeah, they're making net income every quarter when Loan Depot was losing money every quarter. So let's go look at Netflix real quick just to see what they're doing at after hours. So look, RIP, anyone who had puts or calls, look at that. They're only down 0.5%. So the stock ain't even down. Yo, what up, Michael? Who report after the close? Just Netflix. There we go. Hopefully that didn't disconnect my mic right there. Let me double check actually. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right. Where's a good place to buy dividend stocks? What do you want? Yeah. Wait. Dividend stocks. So what are some good ones to get into? Nah, hey, yeah, the best dividend stocks, if I just had to pick some good dividend stocks, like I'd pick your blue chip names. Like McDonald's has a good dividend, like a 2.5% yield. I mean, every stock in here pays a dividend. Like I get Google, Meta, they both pay a dividend, but they're not like your higher yielding plays. But I love Lowe's, Home Depot. A good ETF, SCHD. SCHD is a dividend ETF right here. And if you go to their top holdings, it's all the higher yielding plays. Chevron, ConocoPhillips. Actually, let's go see Warren Buffett's portfolio. Y'all know Warren Buffett, who king of dividends? So he's a super investor, kind of like Nancy Pelosi. He has over $100 million net worth. So he has to reveal all his stocks by SEC law. We hear Warren Buffett's Q1 buys revealed from the 13F filing. And here's his top holdings. He has to disclaimer this, like American Express, 2% yield. Bank of America, over 2% yield. Coca-Cola, 2% plus yield. Chevron, like 5% yield. So, yeah, he just bought he bought a little bit of Amazon. I didn't believe it. Warren Buffett just bought Amazon, SiriusXM, some Visa, Kroger. Kroger's a nice dividend play. So, yeah. And if you want to get this app I'm on, it's in the link tree in bio. Very first link there. It's a brokerage. Their US Suites. What's up, man? So, how you feeling about Circle? Yeah, hey Jim, Circle, that's the stablecoin issuer. If you know of USDC, that's actually owned by Circle. So this is like a huge crypto play. And with the new Genius bill that passed yesterday, this sucker went up 20% on that good news. So it's good stablecoin regulation is great for Circle. So yeah, they own USDC. That's one of the most, I think, second most popular stablecoin. He retired. Yeah, Warren Buffett retired from Berkshire Hathaway. Or he stepped down as the CEO. He's still like an advisor, but he's not the CEO anymore. So Pearl said SERV, please. So it says Serve Robotics. So I don't like this company, I believe, because they don't have any, like, they have nothing. They have no IP. They have no revenue. If you look in the top right, $690 million company. So whole company's worth $600 million. And like, look at the sales here. The sales were $440,000, and it was down 50% year over year. And they lost $13 million. They're losing $10 million a quarter. That's a good chunk of their money. So it's just, this is not a robotics play I love. Obviously, the very best robotics play is Amazon. Hands down, it's Amazon. But then my next favorite robotics play is actually SYM, Symbotic. This is a warehouse robotics company. Their main customer is Walmart, and warehouse robotics company for Walmart is one of their customers with really good revenue growth. Revenue's up 40%. They're getting to net income positivity. Will said what happens is, yeah, hey, sorry if I sound like a broken record. Yeah, if you want to get this app I'm on, it's actually a brokerage, Will. It's in the link tree in my bio, very first link there. It's my favorite one for analysis and stuff. It's free. And yeah, look at that. Actually, Walmart took a 13.75% stake in Symbiotic. So this is my main favorite robotics play if I had to pick one. That and Amazon, and I do own some Amazon too. Will this explode? Or I don't know. Um, let's see. Yo, what's up, Jacob? He said ISRG. Is that eye surgical? Let's see. ISRG. Let's check this one out. So, um, ISRG. Hopefully this works. Sorry, my Wi-Fi has been buggy all today. So luckily we're over the 2 hour mark. I'll be streaming for a little longer, not too much longer, but a huge company, $185 billion company. So, and look, they've had some really nice stock price appreciation since 2019. Let's see. So instruments and accessories, systems and services. I like the diversified revenue streams. 67% of revenue comes from the US. And yeah, look at that net income. They're making 700 million a quarter. I mean, the revenue grew 20%, net income's up 28%. That means they're growing their margins. So ISRG, I can see why this one's at all-time highs. And wow, dude, look at that balance sheet, bro. ISRG has a fortress of a balance sheet, so I can see why that one looks good. Look for some companies around $10. Well, let's see. I can do it by here. I can search by price. So here are all the companies under $10 that I have on my watch list. Some of these are terrible and I wouldn't buy them, but I think some of these are doing decent. Porsche, Porsche, the car company. So yeah, all these on the screen are all under $10. What is MAMA? Oh, this is the meatball company. Yo, this company sells frozen meatballs. What's the market cap? $350 million company. So yeah, this anyway. All right, let's go back. Do you like Salesforce? Yeah, dude, this is a great software play. I think investors have been a little disappointed from the slowing growth. I think that's why the stock has been struggling recently. So if you go to Salesforce right here, first off, I love how diversified the revenue streams are. They own Slack. I mean, Amazon uses Slack for all their Amazon Flex people. So look, services is 23%. Then they're in sales, platform and other, integration, analytics, marketing, and commerce. You get exposure to all these industries. They're the number one CRM market share. Like, look, let's go really quick here through all the revenue. Like, look at the service revenue. This is the trend you want to see. It's at a record. Go to the sales revenue. Also, fiscal year 2025 at a record. Platform and other at a record. So all the businesses are at a record right now, but the growth is slowing because if we go over here to the net income only grew 0.5% year over year. So net income is only up 0.5%. And if we go to the free cash flow, which was amazing, by the way, 6.3 billion just this quarter. It's their best quarter of the year. But it was only up 3% year over year. So I love Salesforce. They are shareholder friendly company. They're doing dividend stock buybacks. So I think they're going to be a winner in the long run though. But I think the reason the stock has fallen so much is because of slowing growth. And I think now might be a good time to get in them and maybe start nibbling on them. Is this the move? It is. It is. Our thoughts on Open Door. So yeah, this one has seen a lot of momentum, and I don't know why, Jella. Do you know why the stock has had so much momentum recently? They didn't report earnings or anything, but this is a company that is losing a lot of money right now, probably just because of the high interest rate environment. But yeah, if we go to net income, they're losing, close to 100 million in net income a quarter, and the revenue is down bad. The revenue's down 2%, but look at it from back here. I mean, this is crazy. They were making so much money. Look at that. They were making 3 billion of revenue, and then we get the huge declines. Fell 70% and went under a billion, and now it's chilling at $1 billion, $1 billion, 3. So yeah, Open Door. I don't know if this is one you want to hold long term, but the momentum is here, and maybe you could swing trade it, option trade it. I don't know, but I don't know about buy and hold forever. What up? Hi. Dorset said KTOS. So this is your government drone play, I believe. Like secure. Oh wow, look at them. They're at an all-time high today, and they're actually profitable as well. So yeah, literal all-time high on this stock, and they're still small. Well, 9.8 billion isn't super small, but yeah, this is a drone play. So yeah, I think that's what the unmanned systems revenue is. But yeah, they're also a government huge customer of theirs. But yeah, if we go to the net income right here, good news. They're making net income every quarter. I mean, at least they're not losing money every quarter, making a couple million. So yeah. Let's see. Can you look at DIN stock? What's this one? Dine Brands Global. So dang, yeah, they kind of look like a Cracker Barrel stock. They're down bad. Papa John's Pizza kind of looks like this. So let's see Dine Brands. What did they own? It should tell us. So franchise revenue, we didn't see what they own. I'll go check. What brands do they own? So they own Applebee's, IHOP. That's interesting. So they own Applebee's and IHOP. and they collect some royalties from that. So let's see how that translates to net income. So yikes, net income fell 53% year over year. So the margins are kind of collapsing. So that probably explains why the stock has fallen so much. I mean, they pay a dividend, 8.8% dividend. They really can't afford the dividend if they're literally making 8 mil, 5 mil a quarter. So it's a tough buy. I mean, really small revenues there. My favorite restaurant stock, I'd maybe just go with the biggest play here. And that's what I did. Yeah, anyone heard of McDonald's? They just brought back the snack wrap. Actually just had two of them. They were really good, actually, the snack wrap. But McDonald's is really a real estate royalty company. If you go spend $100 at any McDonald's, $4 of that goes back to this stock. The parent company has a high margin royalty, sales and marketing royalty. They also own 80% the land under 80% of the franchise stores. So they're each tenant or each franchise is also a tenant paying every month on the lease, the triple net lease. So I love McDonald's as a real estate royalty play. They're not just a restaurant stock. So Netflix, can you look at the Netflix earnings? Yeah, so they literally just reported earnings less than an hour ago. So the earnings aren't on this app right here. But the stock isn't moving. I mean, RIP calls and puts because look, the stock is just down 0.7. So it really hasn't moved. I know many stop going to McDonald's because food always cold. Really? That's probably not good. I wouldn't be happy if I got my food cold. I would just go back and return it. Yeah. But yeah, McDonald's, it differs per location. Some locations are really bad. I know what you mean. Some McDonald's locations are just like, I don't even want to go there. I feel you. So let's keep going here. You think it's too late to buy SoFi? Yeah, dude, SoFi just hit an all-time high today. Or a multi-year high today. I'm up 269% on them. Yeah, I would not buy this one over $20 really, but they honestly deserve to be where they're at right now. SoFi deserves to be at $22 a share. This is a great fintech right here. They have their own banking charter. They got it through a loophole that's now patched. I mean, but look at this right here. If we just go to their financial services business right here, this is the best part about them. It's doubled. It's up 101% from the previous year. I mean, that's incredible. That's why a lot of people love SoFi. Same with the lending revenue. Lending revenue, which is their main segment of revenue. The student loans just got like some like favorable government policy. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's up 25% year over year. So, and they're making net income every quarter. People are really starting to take them seriously because the revenue growth is doubled of their fintech revenue. They're profitable. So I'd add them to the watch list. I don't know if I'd buy them right there. What's your largest holding? Yeah, hey, my second most recent YouTube video is about that. If you want to see more about the stock, go check out my second most recent YouTube video. This is your main HVAC play. Whether the earth is getting hotter or it's getting colder, you need an HVAC. I mean, in this heat, it's been hot outside recently. You can't work in a building without HVAC. So this is your main HVAC play. And from their technology sector, they've seen lots of growth from data centers, which need to be cool, and from Bitcoin mining rigs. Comfort Systems literally installs the pipes right in the server rack. So it's actually better than water cooling. Anyway, this one, they're at all-time highs. They kind of move with Bitcoin. I kind of go over that. If you want to learn more about FIX and why they're large my holding, go check out my second most recent YouTube video. It's called I Would Go All In This One Stock, and it would be this one right here. And I kind of did. It's my largest holding by far out of all my portfolios. So anyway, let's keep going right here. Perfect, incredible fundamentals. So, Connor, we've looked at Uber like 5 times today because of all the Lucid news. So if you want to look, I might go over them at the very end there. So let's go. I don't want to bore the people that have been here. I appreciate y'all who are still watching this. Hope y'all are having a good day. I'll probably be live for like another 10, 20 minutes. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 12 minutes. Actually, one of my longest streams ever, so I appreciate y'all. So someone said HBAN, Huntington Bank. So this is a bank, of course. I think they have a nice yield. Yeah, look at that. The banks usually have nice yields. A 3.65% dividend on this company, a 50% payout ratio. So yeah, consumer and regional banking, commercial banking. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you missed anything on the live stream, go to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Nathan Robert. You can replay it. The very beginning of all my streams are like the most entertaining because I go over like the stock of the day and stuff. So anyway, look at the net income right here. They're making $500 million in net income a quarter, $2 billion a year. So incredible. And what's the PE ratio? Even though you really look at the price to book for banks, the PE is a 13, which is right in line with the industry average. Cool. Hey, thanks, Edzilla. How's it going? Again, all in where? Yo, Joyful, I made a YouTube video called I Would Go All In This One Stock. I made it, it's my second most recent YouTube video. I made it 2 days ago. I filmed it at 1 a.m. and it's kind of just a vibe. But I go over everything I love about this stock. I go over their investor presentation, the incredible fundamentals of ticker symbol FIX. That's your main HVAC play. But let's keep going here. So what is this one right here? Yeah, hey, we just looked at Salesforce. I think that one's at a pretty good valuation. Do you have any favorite tech stocks you have on your watch list? So right now, Google, man, Google is at a really good valuation. T-Mobile as well, bro. I just bought a bunch of T-Mobile. That's another one that I'll go over T-Mobile because this one is literally what I just bought. So we are down on them. So that's kind of proof. So look, I just bought T-Mobile and Progressive. Yo, Progressive, I got to go over them too. But let's look at T-Mobile real quick. I think this will blow you away. Also, did anyone see the Super Bowl ad with T-Mobile? They're partnering with Starlink and it's like compatible with AT&T and Verizon. There's basically such an innovative company. Does anyone see the Mint Mobile ads with Ryan Reynolds? Absolutely genius for T-Mobile. But I'll make this super simple for y'all to understand. Check this out. After-tax net profit on T-Mobile is nearly $3 billion a quarter. That's net income right here. So look, they're making $3 billion of net income a quarter. So what is T-Mobile doing with that net income? Well, first off, they're returning that to you through dividends. So they're spending $1 billion the most recent quarter buying back their own stock. They're upping the dividend. So you get a near 2% dividend yield with this company. But the best part about T-Mobile is actually the stock buybacks. Check this out. They bought back $2.5 billion of their own stock the most recent quarter, then $5 billion the quarter before. So this company is just returning so much money to the shareholder. You have like a 6% total shareholder yield when you include the dividends and the stock buyback. So I love T-Mobile. One I'm going to buy and hold for the long run. And it's a margin expansion story. I don't want to spend too much time on them, but huge margin expansion story. And yeah, Starlink. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's called Starlink, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, T-Mobile partnered with Starlink to provide satellite service anywhere in the US. So anyway, oh yeah, CMCSA. Hey, thank you so much, Jace, for the support. I appreciate you, brother. CMCSA. So this is Comcast right here. So, this is like your internet service provider right here, the routers and stuff. Dang, look at that. The stock is the same price that it was back in 2018. So the stock is not done too good, but I love this company and their financials. So first off, you get a 3.6% dividend. The payout ratio is only a 30. So they have a lot of room to raise their dividend. Yeah, look at this PE. PE is an 8.5. So very low PE ratio just because, residual connectivity, this is a kind of declining business right here. So as you can see, it's down 1% year over year. So there's no growth kind of to this business. But they have all these other segments of business that are kind of growing, like media, studios. Yeah, has anyone heard of Universal Studios? Yeah, they have revenue from theme parks. They just opened, I think it was a Comcast. It was like Super Mario World. I think it was with Comcast. I don't remember. Maybe it's like Harry Potter. I don't remember, but they're opening some parks and stuff, which is cool. But look at the after-tax net income here. They're making $4 billion net income a quarter. Nice dividend. I know they do crazy buybacks. Yo, Comcast is in their insane buyback play. So yeah, hey, we'll check out CNC. I think this is the try not to spam, bro. Hey, yeah, try not to spam. We'll get to all the stocks here, but this is the Medicare Medicaid stock that just pulled a UNH. The government's not too happy with them. Future growth is uncertain. What app is this? Yeah, hey, Medi. If you want to get this app, it's my favorite one. It's actually a brokerage, but it's in the link tree in my bio. Very first link there if you want to get it. So here's Centene. So basically, yeah, look at that. 56% of their revenue comes from the Medicare and then Medicaid. So right now the government's not too happy with them, like we kind of saw with UNH. So they kind of cut their guidance. So the future growth is uncertain, and we can kind of just assume it's down. The government does not really want them making profits, but I think it's a good time to nibble. I mean, this looks really oversold here. It might actually be pretty good time to nibble on this company. Again, don't put a huge full position in that stock. But does Moomoo do custodial accounts? No, I don't believe so. What's your best long-time investing stock? Oh yeah, hey, Talent, my best performing stock of all time is actually Robinhood. It's here in my risky portfolio right here. I regret every share I've ever sold. Sometimes your biggest mistake will be selling out of a great company, but still have 5 shares left. We're up 660% on Robinhood. Next best was probably SoFi, 270 on them. But yeah, let's see here. IREN. Oh, and PayPal. Yeah, PayPal's at a dog cheap valuation. probably because the growth is slowed. But yeah, here's IREN right here. This is what I really like fundamentally, and I can believe why they're doing so good right now. They kind of deserve it. So if we head down here and look at the, yo, Connor, do you want me to look at Uber? I'll look at Uber again. But look at the revenue right here. The revenue's up 166%. Like, this is what I like to see. Incredible revenue growth. It explains why the stock's doing so good, and it justifies it. So the revenue's up 166%, and they made 24 million of net income on that. 24 mil this quarter, 18 mil last quarter. You have Moomoo and Webull better. Which one's better? Yeah, Moomoo is better in my opinion. This one I'm on here. If you want to get this one, by the way, Linktree in bio, first link there. It's an affiliate link too. We'll both get some free stocks if you sign up with my code. So I appreciate that. But yeah, all the research I've been doing on the stream is all on this app right here. It's actually a brokerage, Moomoo, Linktree in bio. But let's see. CCL. Oh, CCL. This is Carnival Cruise Line. Yo, y'all. I haven't been on a Carnival Cruise Line in a long time, but I've been on one before. They're down bad since 2019, dude. COVID burned them. Like for literally like 2 years after, they were losing billions, like a quarter. But I think Carnival Cruise Line is finally starting to make billions. So let's actually go check this out. Oh, we get some of the stats right here. Occupancy rate. It's a 104%. So it's over 100. I mean, that's I don't know how that's possible, but that's good, right? But anyway, net income is what we really want to look at here. So look at that. Wow. 600 mil the most recent quarter. It was 1.7 billion that one quarter. So when the cruise lines can get profitable, they get really profitable. But again, I don't really expect you to outperform the market in the long run. Kind of like an airline, the cruise line, you're not going to really outperform in the long run. But they're doing pretty good right now. They might bring back their dividend too. I bet they're doing a lot of buybacks. What do you think the biggest issue with Perry is? So yeah, Perry, this stock right there that I'm down 50% on. They lost their contract with Microsoft Bing. So if we go to where this company's revenue, or just go to this company's revenue right here, it's down 43% year over year. And they're also losing net income right now. So that's why the stock has been hurt so much. They're an advertising company, but good news is like 80% of the market cap is just cash. So again, very small company. I wouldn't buy this one. I really wouldn't recommend it. But the whole company's worth 500 mil, and they have 380 mil of cash. No debt at all. So, yep. Unfortunately, I'll probably get it next year when I'm 18. Yeah, hey, Jace. I think Schwab does custodial accounts. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Your future self will thank you. Live inactivity detected. Bro, sorry for that noise. My goodness. Okay. We're back. It said I was AFK. Yo, we'll look at Chipotle stock. Yeah, man. CMG. Let's check him out. So, dude, Chipotle stock. This is a really good performing restaurant right here. Y'all probably heard of Chipotle before. And their CEO just quit. If y'all remember Brian Niccol, he quit Chipotle to become the CEO of Starbucks, which is really interesting. But here's what I like about them. Like, the revenue is kind of slowing, but the revenue's up 6% year over year. But look at the net income they're making every quarter, 400 million. For a restaurant in this environment, they're actually doing really good. They kind of sell healthier food. I think Americans are like trending more toward like healthy food. Does all the revenue come from the U.S.? Let's see. Yep. U.S. is 98% of the revenue. So yeah, what happened to ASML? It dropped like crazy, but earnings weren't even bad. Exactly. The earnings were actually very good. I'm super impressed with ASML's earnings, but it's actually the guidance. They actually showed basically gave no guidance of any growth next year. So not good future news. So it was the guidance that made ASML fall, but their most recent earnings were phenomenal. If we look at the revenue, it was up 35%, to a new record, 35% revenue growth, but the net income is up 86%. So here's a company expanding their net margins, 35% net margin, incredible. Any reason you have so much in Comfort Systems? Large amount in them? Yeah. So actually, my second most recent YouTube video is called this one stock I'd go all in on. It would be this stock right here. I just trust this stock the most, and that's why I put the most amount of money in them. Well, I put $2,000 less. I'm up 2,200 on the position, so I put way less than 6,600 in them. But yeah, it's really led my portfolio gain. Same with Powell Industries. I'll just show you guys. I got nothing to hide here. Year to date, we're up 27% year to date. If we go to all time, If I were to just put all my money in the S&P 500, I'd be up 50%, but we are up 79%. So if you're going to individually pick stocks, you want to make sure you're picking some high quality ones. And of course, I have some big losers as well, like UiPath, Zoom, ChargePoint. So yeah. Thank you for the No, hey, this is not financial advice, yo. I'm not an expert. I'm just on here giving my opinion. I sell nothing. I don't have a course, a book, literally nothing. I'm just on here giving my opinion. So here's PayPal stock. Yeah, this one is kind of looks like DocuSign and like Cash App. Actually, Cash App is kind of like similar to PayPal, and the stock looks the same. But yeah, here's PayPal stock. They're trading at a super low PE right here. And they're trading it like a commodity multiple, like they're not really expected to make you or lose you any money if it would load here. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is a little slow today. Total payment volume did fall a bit, 417, but look at this right here. Here's why I think the PE is so low. The revenue only grew 1% year over year. So the revenue's up 1.1%, which isn't good growth. That's a lifeblood of the company, but they are making a boatload of net income. Check that out. They're making $1 billion in net income a quarter. Free cash flow is even better. They're making a little more than that. The free cash flow did fall 45% though. But yeah, where was the PE ratio? Did I show that? Yeah, look, the PE ratio is literally a 16. So PayPal trades at 16 times net income. This is actually a buyback play. Dude, PayPal buys back so much of their stock. It's insane, like 6-7% a year. Is there a YouTuber that you trust for learning about stock? Yeah, I like Ryan Williams, Ari Gutman. They're more like dividend investors though. All right. Yeah, let's see. Qubits. Yo, what up, Freddie? How's it going, man? But yeah, I would rather buy CRM than PayPal. What's up, Lucas? Yeah, so if I had to pick between Salesforce and PayPal, I would pick PayPal. And I actually want to see, is it ticker symbol XYZ? Yeah, Cash App stock. Let's find them. I think this is such a weird ticker symbol. Ticker symbol XYZ. And look, this stock, if you look at them on the weekly, it looks really similar to PayPal because Venmo, Cash App, they're kind of like the same thing. So yeah, look at this. This stock right here, XYZ, that's where most of the revenue comes from, 67%. Then they own Square as well. That's what the parent company is called. But yeah, they're actually net income positive too. They're making a lot of net income every quarter. So that's the good news for XYZ. They're not too bad actually. But they kind of just look like a DocuSign, like one of the stocks that are just down bad since 2021. So let's see. SoFi stock. Yo, I love SoFi. I won't cover them again though, because I've looked at them so many times. Any thoughts on the quantum computing stocks? Yeah, so my favorite quantum stocks, I'll show you that after this. It'd be like Google, IBM, Honeywell, but there's some more pure plays. But here's OWL, Blue Owl Capital. This is actually a BDC, which stands for Business Development Company. They're one of the few companies that have to, by law, pay out most of their income in the form of a dividend. So if you go to their dividend, let's see, a 3.45% or 3.46% dividend yield. It's actually a little higher than that because they do special dividends, but it's actually sustainable, that high dividend. So their net income did fall year over year, though. I do wonder what happened, like even though the revenue grew. So anyway, you don't really look at net income for that company anyway, but yeah, I do like them. So let me go to the quantum computing watch list right here. We got the watch list, and if we scroll to the bottom here, quantum computing. So yeah, obviously like Google, Oracle, IBM, these companies have the money and the talent to be the industry leaders for quantum. But then obviously they're not pure plays. But then some of the huge quantum momentum stocks are like Qubits, RGTI. But these companies, like the valuation is nutty. I mean, I could not pay the market cap. I mean, a $6.5 billion company. So the whole company's worth $6.5 billion, and the revenue is $15 million. There's so many better companies with like a third of the market cap, but there's just so much momentum in those names. I wouldn't like be shorting them, but Quantum's on fire right now. And yeah, Google, Microsoft even, they have a nice Quantum. So V said WINT stock. Is that Windtree Therapeutics? So yeah, this penny stock, I wouldn't really buy this one. If you look in the top right, the market cap, this whole company is worth $78 million. So not a company we'd really want to cover on this channel. The whole company's worth $78 million. And let's see, they have no revenue. Look at that. This is a revenue-less company. They don't sell a product or a service, so they don't sell anything. This is from 2019, so this is old revenue. For right now, they literally have no sales. So yeah, revenue-less company, probably gonna go bankrupt. So yeah, I don't know. I'd be super careful with that stock right there. So yeah, you reckon AMD can keep on crushing it? Yeah, I think it can. More than Nvidia, I probably think in the long term. Nvidia's worth 4.3 trillion. They're at an all-time high as well. So yeah, here's AMD right here. I do own them. They just gapped up with Nvidia because they're finally allowed to sell their chips to China again, and it's a huge earnings tailwind for them. Here's my AMD position. My blue line is my position. I got 12.8 shares of AMD at $124 a share. And here's what I like about them. Obviously, we know AMD, huge GPU. Look at their GPU market share, a 17% GPU market share. But they're really a data center play. Since they make their own chips, they can just install them in their own data centers. No wait time. Don't have to buy it from anyone. And the growth has been phenomenal here, up 58% year over year. So incredible growth of the data center business. And look at the free cash flow, the FCF. The free cash flow is incredible, up at 91% year over year. Net income's insane, up 5x nearly, went from 123, 709, and they have a monster balance sheet. No net debt on this company. So I think they're going to be a winner in the long run. I don't know if I'd buy them right here over 160, but I wouldn't be surprised to see them keep on going up, and I'm not really trimming. I haven't sold any here. So someone, what up, Slow? He said ATYR stock, and hey, look at that. The stock on the daily is at like a new pretty much all-time high. So another very small one. The whole company is worth 500 million. So, but let's go look at the financials though. I do have some high hopes for that one. So let's go check this out. So, hey, what up, Tay? How's it going? So revenue, they don't sell anything actually. So wait, if I click that, so 2024 Q1, yeah, that's old revenue. So they're losing 15 mil a quarter, but it looks like the analysts are expecting in 2 quarters for them to make $1 million of revenue. So I don't know. This one might just be momentum right now. Decent balance sheet, so I would just be careful with that one. I don't know why they're at all-time highs, but it's done great. So congrats if you own them. There must be something I don't know about that company. What's the app to look at these companies? Yeah, hey Isaac. Yeah, hey, thanks, Jill. Yeah, it's Linktree in bio. Very first link there. It's actually a brokerage. So yeah, if you want to get it, it's called Moomoo. So, my favorite analysis software. It's free too. It's where I like to park my idle cash too. It's in the middle of my screen earning interest there. So yeah, look at a few more here. Mamba said, what's this stock? RLAY. So Relay Therapeutics. So I'm guessing this is going to be a small cap. Yo, what up, Applesauce? How's it going? Happy Thursday. Yeah, sorry, my Wi-Fi's been bugging today. So yeah, another super small one, $600 million company. Stock is pretty much at an all-time low. So, yeah, I mean, I don't really would recommend. Yeah, I know they're losing 70 million a quarter with 7 million of sales. Yeah, that company has real bankruptcy risk. Yeah, they lose over 10% of the market cap a quarter. Would you say any of the big 7 are undervalued? I think Google and Meta. I mean, Google and Meta right here, and maybe Amazon. I think, in terms of long-term perspective, these are great, perfect buy and hold stocks. Amazon just going to continue to win every year. Same with Meta and Google. I think Microsoft, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia are less undervalued. So those are the 3 I'd pick. Amazon, Google, Meta. So let's see here. GRND. What's this one? GRND. Oh, hey, this is okay. They're up 7% after hours. Hold on, did they report earnings today? I don't know. If we can get it to load here on the one-day chart. Yeah, wait, that might actually not be real. That might not be real volume on that gap up. But anyway, what's the market cap? $3.9 billion company. Yeah, hey, I'm probably gonna have to end the stream here. I appreciate. Dang, my phone's on 6% anyway. So, I'm wondering what your analysis on. Oh yeah, we'll look at SBSW as well if this works for the people that want to be patient. Watch my Wi-Fi take forever to load. I really appreciate it. Hey, if y'all want to hit the follow button, by the way, we go live every day, twice a day. I sell nothing, no course book. The best way to support me, if you're like, hey, I want to support you, you seem cool. Best way to support me is just go subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Nathan Robert. It's in the link tree in my bio. I'm also streaming on there as well. Appreciate if you just watch the stream from there. My videos only get like a couple hundred views. I'm trying to build it on there. So, and I just made a video today. And I'll show you this real quick. I made a video today, right before I went live, on 3 stocks I just bought. And literally today, or yesterday, I bought all 3 of these. I bought GHM, TSSI, and DCTH. If you want to see why, check out the video. They're all worth under 600 mil, but incredible fundamentals. So anyway, revenue's up 25% on this company on GRND on Grinder. So revenue's up 25%, and they're making net income. Is that real? Yeah. So they should be making like at least a couple mil a quarter. So they are profitable, which is good news. So free cash flow is really good as well. So I don't know though. The valuation's really high on this company, I believe, but I I don't know. Just fine. Hey, thanks so much, Ethan Taylor. So here's the last stock here. Uh, I haven't seen you since high school, man. What? Wait, do I know you? SBSW. Let's check out this stock real quick. It's the last one here. What up, Applesauce? Hope you're having a good day. Or maybe he means he hasn't seen me since I was like, hey, yeah, I appreciate you being here. I try to stream every day now. SBSW stock. Oh, so here we go. Um, Sibane Stillwater. Well, look at that. The stock's at an all-time high right now, so are pretty much are at a new multi-year high. So that's good news. A $6.2 billion company. So the revenue is in ZAR. So we're going to switch it to USD. Is that Africa? Or where does the revenue come from? So yeah, look at that. Southern Africa is a 74% of the revenue. Then the US is 20%. Yo, Fungus Soap. Thank you so much for the little rose, the gift there. I really appreciate you, man. Yeah, look at that. This is kind of all their stuff right here. I don't know what that is. The Macarena? I don't know what that, but what about net income? Looks like they lost 300 million for the full year 2024. Sales are down. I don't know. The stock's doing good right now, but can't see the growth here. That's down bad. That's down bad. Anyway, I don't know. I got to do some more research on that one. But yeah, my head hurts, man. This is the longest stream I've ever done, actually. I've never streamed for this long ever, so my head's hurting. I use the bathroom. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks again for all y'all being here. You want to hit the follow button. We go live every day. Best way to support me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Oh, if you want this app that I'm on, it's the best app, in my opinion, for analysis and everything. It's in the link tree in my bio, very first link. Yeah, Patricio, this is my favorite software. It's actually a brokerage that I'm on right here. If you go to the link tree in my bio, very first link, you can get it. It's also an affiliate link too. We'll both get some free stocks if you sign up and if you deposit $100. So anyway, hope you have a great rest of your day. Y'all are the best. See you later. And thank you to everyone that's on the YouTube live stream. Y'all are the best because TikTok does not like me.